Welcome to You're Always Wrong, where I'm always right.
And you're always wrong.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Robert.
I'm Zach.
I'm Annie.
And this is going to be our first episode.
Friendscast, guys.
Yeah, November.
Pals.
Welcome to
How about,
our podcast.
how about shut the fuck up while I'm talking real quick? November is our friend month. So we're just going to have a bunch of our
Or
friends
as
on as
I like
guests.
to call it, the month of friends.
The month of friends, as no one calls it ever.
Everyone. You know what they say about November? Give thanks, give friends.
Give friends.
Friendsgiving.
If you don't have friends, give in.
Friendsgiving.
Friends
You celebrate
Friendsgiving. Yeah. I mean, we tried to
We
like a couple
we
times.
should do that.
We did that. But we did that.
Yeah,
in
we tried.
Michaela's.
We went to
It-
Michaela's house.
Yeah. We did that like that
Oh,
one
wait.
time, and then other than that, that was like senior
Oh,
year.
Yeah.
Basically,
I
if you
know.
don't know us, this podcast will probably, you won't care. But it'll hopefully be fun.
There's 3 cats in here.
Just fucking losing their shit.
And so if you hear anything
Wait.
in the background, that's what it is. They're lovely. They're having a great time, and so are we.
Yeah.
Speaking of having a great time,
Sleeping.
Also, Derek is not a part of the podcast, but you still might hear him, regardless.
That's
He
okay.
might.
He makes helpful contributions.
Well,
so Zach.
he can guess your Myers-Briggs.
Oh, what do you really?
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
he
He's
guessed
that.
mine correctly.
He does it very.
He's
spot
that
on.
And he
autistic.
didn't
Very
even know
spot
me.
on.
Yeah, he got mine instantly.
I don't remember what mine is because it's just like that assortment of letters,
I go by whatever he
It's 4
says it is.
and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
You're right. Yeah.
Mine's
You're totally right.
INFJ.
Mine was,
Though I don't know what that is.
Extroverted. What's the N stand for?
What were the
It was
two
like
variations?
ENTP.
Why don't we just
Yeah.
ask Derek?
Nah,
No.
that's cool. He can just stay in there.
Yeah, I don't remember at all. I remember how, like, almost all of mine were basically tied, and I was doing it with this teacher who was like, this test is going to determine your future. And I was like, all right, man, so there's some pressure here.
Some
and then,
applications require
listen,
it.
Yeah.
listen, they got spicy at me because mine was so close to being tied on almost every one of them, except for, like, the introverted, extroverted one. The rest of them, I don't remember how it was split up, but it was, like, 38 to 40.
Well, it still
You know what I
just
mean, or
takes,
whatever?
It still just takes it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but they were spicy at me. They were like, what the heck?
Well, it's probably because you answer a lot of questions neutral.
Yeah,
Because that's
I'm-
why I tell you not to answer
Well, I
neutral.
didn't answer a lot of questions neutral, but there was like a lot of contradictory ones.
There's
But
like,
does it-
Yeah.
there's
Two
like
that
for
will
sure
go back on
two.
each other.
But,
There's
like-
for sure two I can remember off the top of my
Because
head.
there was
Yeah.
a couple that was like, it's like, are you more logical or are you more emotional?
Yeah.
And
Well-
that one's really problematic for me because I am a super emotional person, but I also am very logical, which is why I don't get
But
along
you're
with.
more emotional.
I don't get along with myself. Like, if it's just me, like, I don't get along
Yeah.
with myself because I used to not be able to make decisions at all because of my emotions and my logic.
Yeah.
And that was before I was on antidepressants, and they were just like, hey, girl, you're kind of messed up here. And I was like, yeah, you're right. What's up?
Was that
Tell
your
me
rubber
about it.
band or was that their rubber
I
band?
found it on the floor.
Oh, there's just rubber bands laying around because I like to use the little black ones. So
Well,
they're just like
you're
everywhere.
down one.
She's down
I
very
have
many.
a lot of them, so we're good.
I'm surprised the
I
cats
like-
don't do anything with them. They don't care about them.
The other
Which is the
day,
strangest thing because
They
they
don't know
eat
it's
just about
fun.
everything.
They might be
else.
eating the shit out of them. Maybe
The
they just
other-
haven't pooped them out yet.
Fuck.
the other
That would
day,
be horrifying.
there was a little piece of plastic on the floor, and before we noticed, Tabby had taken it in her mouth and swallowed it whole, and we were like,
It was
Tabby?
it was as we were going like as we noticed and proceeded to try to get away from her. She,
She
Gulped it.
swallowed
what are you
it
gonna do?
so
Bitch.
fast.
But she's doing fine.
She's doing fine. She
She's
just
living.
loves to eat plastic
Oh,
and
she'll shit
trash.
it out.
Huh?
She'll shit
It's
it
gonna come out. I've eaten my fair share of plastic.
We all have.
You know that fact that's like, you eat 23 spiders before you, like, during your lifetime. So what, if I'm like 90 and about to die and I've only eaten 18, are just 5
They're all
just gonna
just gonna
show up and be
come
like,
up.
Thing is-
not yet, pussy, and just like force their way
that's
down.
why
Like,
you die.
It balances out.
That's how you know you're near death is when all the spiders crawl into your mouth.
maybe like one of you will have to make up for the ones I don't eat.
And just, I'm sorry, Robert.
Yeah.
Just start putting them in his mouth.
This was not in my will.
My death plan.
Do any of you guys like crave like dirt or gravel?
Nope.
What the fuck?
It's going somewhere,
This
and I
is
want to
brilliant already.
know. I want to know.
I've never eaten dirt or gravel, so I
Well,
can't
do you
say.
ever crave like a gritty sand?
When I was
No,
little,
I
I
hate
used to
gritty.
eat sand.
When I was little, I used to eat like dirt or sand or chalk,
Mhm.
like just like a piece of white chalk.
That's kind of fucking scary.
I know it's weird, but someone told me that like if you crave like gravel, dirt things, that you have like low iron.
Mhm.
And I
Makes
met
sense.
somebody.
That sounds
who-
like a nonsense.
Well, I met
Wow.
someone
That
who
sounds
said
like-
that they like really crave that feeling and texture, and their iron's really low. And their doctors told them. And I have tried to give blood, and my iron levels were too low.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense. It's like when
I
you're
mean, dirt just doesn't have a ton of iron in it.
no, but
You
like
get what you
minerals.
can.
Yeah, you get it where you can. When it's your caveman on the inside, not knowing what
Mm-hmm.
the fuck to do. Like when dogs have an upset stomach, so they eat grass. It's not gonna help them, but for
It
some
makes
reason they
it
eat grass.
infinitely worse.
It's just
Sly
like
eats so much grass.
whenever I see like a gravelly, gritty thing, I just like want it in my mouth,
Uh-uh.
rubbing
Zach.
between my teeth.
I didn't know how to feel when she told me about it. Either. I had never heard of it.
Well, did you eat sand or like dirt when you were little? I used to just
Not
eat
that I know
sand.
of.
We had a
I-
bunch
Yeah,
of
not
sand
that I know of.
in my backyard. We just had a ton of
My
sand.
furthest extent was leaves. I chewed on. I
never
never
chewed
ate,
on
but I chewed and like
One
spat
day,
out a lot
me
of
and
leaves.
used to walk home together every day. Well, not like he lived on Main Street, but and one day we passed a tree, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I can reach like all these limbs." And he's like, "Pull down a bunch of leaves," and I pulled out leaves, and he just started eating all these leaves. And he called me that night. He's like, "I'm just throwing up and shitting everywhere," and I'm like, "You ate a bunch of leaves, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You kind of did it to yourself." He's a weird guy.
Weird guy.
He was a weird guy.
Tried to show me.
I ate a
hentai
lot
in
of
class.
crayons when I was little.
I
I
ate
ate
some
The
crayons.
hell out of crayons.
Yeah.
Like I feel like waxy things, like those candy wax lips.
Yeah, I chew on a lot of stuff, but I
Yeah.
don't want the gritty. Like I don't.
Ooh,
I
I
just
love
like
it.
will see something. Like you remember that old Tide Pod meme, and there was just like eat the Tide Pods.
Tide Pod challenge.
That connected to me so much because like I'm smart enough to not eat Tide Pods, but every time I touch one of those damn things, like I want to just chew on it just a
Squeezing
little.
it, just looking at
I just
it.
want to chew on it just like I don't want to consume it.
It looks delicious.
But like anytime I see something squishy,
That's why gushers
I
are so good.
want to chew on it so much.
Did you ever have that candy that it was? I've only ever known about it growing up, but it was like this Hubba Bubba
The Coke bottles?
ooze.
Oh, ooze was so good.
Yes.
Ooze was so good. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
no
it was
fucking.
I
way.
had
They were
never
in these
heard of it
little
either.
the way you had to
that
eat
looked
it was
like
nasty
toothpaste.
though.
Was
Yeah.
And it had this
Gum?
domed applicator, so it was like a dick head, and you
Yeah,
were
it
like
was.
a kid, and you were just like
It's like a
sucking
big
it.
head, bro.
Yeah.
Was it gum or not?
No, it
No.
was.
I don't know.
Was
how
it
to
like
describe
bubble
It was like
flavor?
a thick. It wasn't quite jello-y, but it was a very thick.
It was
Like
like
liquid?
gelatinous.
This sounds really
thick
phallic.
thing. And it was like really.
It
like,
just
kind
squeezed
of,
out like toothpaste,
Yeah,
except
you're
it was
just-
out,
like
out the
thicker
dickhead
than
into
toothpaste.
a kid's mouth.
Squeezing
And there
the
was like
shit out the shit out.
sour flavors, sweet flavors. It
Uh-huh.
was so. That was like my
Ooh.
favorite thing for so long.
Me and my brother used to go to the convenience store. We were like, remember I told you we were like convenience store connoisseurs. We knew like every single freaking snack in
Yeah.
this thing, and whenever something new came out, we had
All
to have
over
it.
it.
And these things we would just go to the convenience store and get them and just like
Those things were
It's
so
like the
damn
whole
good.
That
thing.
sounds horrid.
No, it's so
Oh, it was
good.
good.
I ate a lot of
Love
Slim
those.
Jims.
Fuck
Not
Slim
same.
Jim.
I ate a lot of
I-
greasy
same,
cheese that came out
nasty.
of plastic.
those
So I can't
shredded
judge.
beef jerky tins. Was our go-to beef jerky?
Oh, I
tins.
remember we used to get those and be like, it's dip.
Yeah, I just used
Yeah.
to eat dip
Yep. Nice, dude.
with like pita bread chips.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you can't
Get
beat
that
it.
hummus.
Yeah.
That southern hummus.
Southern hummus. Your
Nice.
dad just spits in it and you stir it up. You just dip it right out.
Look at Sunkiss.
I love all these cats, man. I'm sorry for all the sniffling you guys are going to hear from my end. Like, I love them, but I'm going to be nasty this podcast, and y'all got to deal with it, okay?
I don't know about 3 cats.
They're fine.
We love them.
That's about 2 paws too many.
What? So if one of the cats only had...
If it had 2 legs, it would be
Okay.
okay. Yeah, because it'd just be kind of lounging around.
They do kind of like get into a lot of stuff, and like they love tearing up toilet paper rolls. They love tearing the curtains down.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many holes in them. Just tiny little holes.
They love chewing on things, so there's holes everywhere.
That's
But
nice.
look at them.
Yeah.
they're very pleasant.
At the end of the
that
day, they're
one
very
wants nothing
precious.
to do with us. Ah.
He loves making little noises, like when he
He's
jumps.
not angry. He just does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just makes noises.
Flies the same way.
I love little noises.
When I get home, he'll jump up and put his paws on my leg, and I'll pick him up, hold him like a little baby.
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
He just loves it. He'll stay up there for as long as I let him.
Oh, I love that.
He's a good cat.
We got a bunch of like outdoor cats at my house because I live on a farm,
I hate outdoor cats so much.
and like they like do their own shit. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, they want to be touched, and there's this like one specifically needy one, but they don't want to be picked up. Like they want you to pat them on the head and feed them,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then they're like they're just like, they're not wild, like they're not feral. Or
Yeah, they're
anything.
just not
They're just
domestic.
outdoor.
They just like don't care to be around you.
They're
so
like big
when-
rats, pretty
They're
much.
not.
Yeah, they
Rats
are.
are
They're not a
awesome.
nuisance. We
They
have
are
them to
a
kill the
super
rats.
nuisance.
We have them so that way we don't have rats and mice.
My grandma had like 90.
Yeah.
And I'm not exaggerating.
90 rats?
No, like
Cats?
outside cats.
Outdoor cats will literally kill any living thing
Yeah.
that they can get a hold of.
Uh-huh. Like, we never have snakes. We had our first mouse this summer, but we also have, like, many less cats than we used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of our cats have just gotten old over time, and they're just, like, about that lazy old life now.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, we never had mice or anything, which is really crazy for how much hay and feed we have all the time.
Mm-hmm. My parents had
Nasty.
a problem with chipmunks, and they rescued this little cat whose tail got shut in the door
Oh!
when he was like really young, like younger than 6 weeks. And so when they found him, it's bent at like a 90-degree angle.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of sick, though.
Well, when he grew up, his tail got really long, and it's basically like a curl.
That's kind of cool.
It's really cool. He's crazy. He lives outside, and he always brings home like dead chipmunks, rabbits, birds. Sometimes just the head, the body.
Yeah. As soon as my dad kicked out Shadow, like he fucking started doing shit like that.
Yeah.
He killed a raccoon and fucking ripped its head off its dead
Yeah.
body.
He would be an outdoor cat.
Yeah.
If we let him
I-
outside, he would be a killer. I know it.
I see it in his eyes.
I
One of
do.
my mom's outdoor cats, one time I saw him just like ravaging this bird carcass. He was just eating it.
Uh-huh.
He was eating it. Like it was
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They
Why
don't
is it
know.
cool when cats do it, but when dogs do it, it's kind of disturbing? Is it because dogs are
It's
so
disturbing.
much more threatening?
Anytime I see it, I'm
Yeah.
disturbed.
No, dude. When
It's
cats
just-
do it, it's kind of novel.
I've seen my
There's something
cats
novel about it.
and my dogs
I
eat
get
some
what you
fucked
mean.
up things, and every time I'm unhappy.
Like if you see a tabby cat ripping a chipmunk apart, it's like cool.
Cats.
No.
Cats.
But if you
Walt.
see a dog,
Uh-uh.
You know what dogs do that's fucked up? They would just eat shit like it's candy.
Oh,
they'll
yeah,
literally
I
eat
hate that.
Shit.
One of my
I
dogs
hate that.
at my mom's house will go to if you let him anywhere near the cat's litter box,
Just starts
Chomp.
eating shit. Free,
That's
dude, that's
so
free
nasty.
candy.
he
I
acts like
hate
it's like
that.
candy. Like the candy bowl's out, he's like, hell yeah. And
When
we have
my-
to literally stop him.
When my parents used to like go out
Oh,
and like
crap.
my dad would get drunk or something, or somebody would get drunk, if they threw up outside, my dogs would be like, "Oh hell yeah!"
That's just free
That
food.
is so nasty. Like, have some standards for yourself.
It's free food.
Have some standards,
They're
my
just-
dude.
Food with no work involved. That's a dog's favorite thing.
Ugh,
Food with zero work involved.
nasty.
Yeah.
Dude, who left his food right here in the grass?
I don't have to I had to hardly even walk, dude. The
Is
door's
it trash?
right there.
It's got testing.
Sly will eat I watched him try and eat an almond from I don't even know how old it is. My guitar pick was under my computer desk. Like there's a part that's like drawers and then just really open, kind of like this.
Yeah.
And I got my pick, but there's an old almond on top of it. I pulled it out. I was like, I just fucking threw the almond over my shoulder, and Sly was just like, he licked it, and then
Yeah.
he tried to like crunch on it, but he couldn't really get it in there. So he just kind of licked it until there was no like I guess salt left,
Yeah.
and then just left it.
Dust.
They could be full about to puke.
And they'll eat.
You
if
just
you
keep
give it some
eating.
good-
They will eat it.
Yeah.
One of my dogs loves bananas. And you can peel a whole banana and he'll just swallow the thing.
What
whole.
the
That's
fuck?
crazy.
He loves them. So
I
when
learned that dogs dog can't eat chewing gum.
No,
It's
it'll
worse
kill
than
them.
chocolate.
It will. It's
Yeah.
very
They're
fatal.
just fucking.
There's
dead.
like fruits and stuff and vegetables.
They're
that
not
they
supposed to
can't
eat fruits because it's not good for their organs.
Yeah, but there's like
There's
specific
some
fruits and
that they can't
vegetables
have. Yeah.
that is like poisonous to dogs. And I just learned that the other day.
Same
Like,
with cats,
I think
too.
onions-
There's some
Yeah.
fruits they can't have.
Onions
I
are
don't-
one of the ones that I think that they
Josh's
can have,
dog,
maybe.
Caesar, he had, ironically, a slice of Little Caesar's pizza.
Uh-huh.
Almost died. He got very
from
sick.
the onions or from the tomato, maybe. That's very
No.
Probably from
acidic.
the pounds of grease.
Grease
Oh,
also,
that's
and
yeah.
true.
preservatives.
He
Yeah.
got very, very sick.
Also,
And
cheese. Oh, you're not supposed to feed dogs cheese because their organs.
Really?
Yeah, the organs are like,
Dude,
We
what
have
the
fed
fuck
our
is
dogs
this?
so
he
much
swallows
cheese.
cheese in an instant.
It's like
Yeah.
it won't kill them, but it'll give them like runny shit or make them puke because their organs are like, this is not meat. What the fuck is this thing?
My grandparents lived next to this old woman who her dog was like her whole life. And she would, whenever she would make a meal, she would make some for her dog. It didn't matter what
That's
it was.
sweet.
I love
Lasagna,
that.
Sonic, McDonald's. The dog also got
I love
McDonald's,
that.
Sonic, lasagna.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't do that.
But I feel like that's hurting the dog.
Of course it is.
Yeah, when
why.
it's like fast
That's
food
why.
and stuff, yeah. But like, if you're just gonna cook up some chicken and
That's
like
true.
save a little bit for your dog,
Well, I mean, if
that
it's
would be my
unsalted,
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
no seasoning,
But like,
it's like boiled
I don't know.
chicken.
When you
that's
first
cool.
start cooking food, it starts out unsalted and stuff. So all you gotta do is not salt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
I would love to serve. Like
I've
if I
given,
had a
I've
little
given
indoor
them
dog.
just some plain shredded chicken, and they loved it.
Sly gets
yeah.
whatever he
I,
wants.
growing
Fix
up,
it.
I don't get
whenever
leftovers.
Pisses me off.
whenever we would cook something with tuna, we would always give them the leftover water,
Mm-hmm.
and they would love it.
Bless.
My bad. When my cat was pregnant and she used to live outside, I would secretly feed her cans of tuna.
Why secret?
Because, like, my mom would have gotten mad at me, and, like, my mom's gonna listen to this, and it's too late. Like, it's too late for anything to happen. But, like, it was so long ago. We had this,
You
like,
can't punish
first-
me now, Mom.
She totally would.
She totally would.
But, like, we'd get these I'd get,
See.
like, cans of tuna, and I would go out there and be like, Dusty, I know you're with child. You need this
I
protein.
like that name.
She was our
Dusty.
first cat when we moved to Alabama.
If you know anyone named Dustin, call him Dusty. I
Dusty.
guarantee it'll piss
One
him
of my
off.
managers, his name's Dustin.
Call him Dusty. He'll fucking
Dusty.
fire your ass.
Hey, Dusty.
What up,
Fuck out.
Dusty?
I was,
Dusty.
doing a
my
contract the
name,
other
Dusty.
day, and it was someone named Dusty, and I was like, can you imagine, like, your mom just naming you something that's kind of insulting? Like, your name is just, like, an insult.
Dusty.
Dusty.
I imagine he had like a mustache, 10-gallon hat.
I didn't see him. I was just, doing his work for him.
Some
But, like, his
rich
name was
fucking-
Dusty, and I was like, imagine you're born into this world, and immediately you get hit with that insult, and it's like, welcome to the world, Dusty.
I told you about the Donnie thing, right?
I don't know.
So
Oh, yeah, that's really sad.
there was this chick I used to watch on YouTube, and she knew, like, her parents used to foster kids. And there was one named Donnie, and he had no last name. And she was like, why is his name just Donnie? And she was like, because his mom just wrote "don't care" on the name thing on his birth certificate.
Is this for real?
That's for real, according to her.
oh my
But I mean, that's not a stretch by any means.
That's true.
But yeah, that'd be sad.
Why would they keep it as something close to that? Why
I
not change
wouldn't
it to
even
something?
tell. I wouldn't tell
Change it-
anybody
It's
ever.
Alex now. This is Fred.
You know what? I'd never
That's an
thought about that.
opportunity
You're
to
totally
free
right.
a name baby.
Yeah.
To free a name baby.
Free
to name a
baby.
free baby.
Name a free baby.
You can name that kid anything you want.
I don't care if the baby's free. It's not worth it.
Unless because it was written down, they had to go with that. But we're like,
Unless you're adopted, you're basically free until, you know what I mean?
No, the government owns you.
No, I mean like getting
How's
a
that
baby
funny?
is
That's
free.
True, Billy.
Getting a baby is
Government
free.
fucking owns you,
They do.
bitch.
They do. You're born in the
That's
government.
true.
owns
The
Yeah.
government
all
can
of us.
arrest anyone at any time for any reason. Think about that shit.
I would love to see someone arrest a newborn baby.
Shit, me
I
too.
guarantee you it's
handcuffs.
happened. What's all that fucked up shit that's happening at the border? Fucking
Oh my
Like
god,
ICE?
yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee there's like a 2-year-old in handcuffs, just like
There probably
a
is.
little zip tie.
Not to
Oh,
bring
God.
down the mood a whole lot.
Yeet.
No.
Internment camps, am I right? Relatable. I'm doing the whisk motion that rappers do.
Cooking up dope in the crock pot pot.
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
You look like a rapper right now. Like one of those meme rappers that has like a food in their name. Slim broccoli or some shit.
Slim
You got a big old
broccoli.
long hair in your beard.
Yeah.
Put it right
Newfound
back.
beard.
Newfound.
Coming back. It's very exciting.
See, none of these jokes translate. That's the sad part of a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
is
it's very
You can't do anything
audio.
visual. We can't do the slow finger thing on camera for the podcast.
You
We
can't
can't
do
slow
slow
finger.
finger on the podcast.
We can't slow finger on the podcast, you know. what I'm
Only
saying?
fast
But
finger.
If we do it fast enough, they'll hear it. You know what I mean?
This joke is bad. I don't like this joke.
Anyways, you're wearing peanut butter and jelly socks.
I am.
I fucking
I
love
stole
peanut
them
butter
from
and
my
jellies.
mom's house.
I love some socks with things on them.
We have a number of socks with things on them.
Tell
We've
me.
got a little collection.
Oh yeah.
We have one with like
Zach is frantically searching for a pair
we
of
have
socks.
one with like doctor's tools on it, which I think is really cool.
Really?
Like band-aids and stethoscopes and stuff.
That's really cool.
We have some like space ones with moons and stars and an astronaut.
It's got
I think I've
astronauts
seen
on it.
those.
It's really cool.
We have cats and dogs.
Oh
separate
yeah.
Halloween
socks.
with like little bones on it.
A Christmas cat sock. That your mom
Another
got me.
cat sock with.
We love cats.
Yeah.
She brought the cat.
Cats or dogs?
Well, cats. Yes.
I've changed him to cats from dogs.
I don't know
I
why
never
it
really
has
had
to
a
be either
preference.
or.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
I have a
totally
100%
diehard
preference.
cats, and for me, dogs are way too much responsibility just because I'm really irresponsible
Yeah.
and
They are a lot of fucking work.
they are.
They're good,
Especially
though.
when you get a puppy.
I do
Yeah.
want one at some point,
Yeah.
but I do
Mhm.
not have enough for.
The thing
for
about a cat is you
dog.
can't like full on wrestle with a cat. You
I
know
don't.
what I mean?
I don't get pets to wrestle with them. I get them.
That's-
to
I don't
love
either.
That's
I
part of the
love
fun.
wrestling with
Them.
them.
Uh-uh.
Dude, that's part of the fun
I'm
of
here to
having
give
a
my
dog.
love to an animal.
I want my next dog to either be like medium size or big as fuck and mean. I want him to be mean. Like
I
I want to
don't
be mean
wanna-
as shit.
I
Shit.
feel like with cats, it's harder to mess them up. Like it's harder to just like screw up your cat than it is to just like
Yeah, because
completely
they're so
ruin your
independent.
dog.
They're so sorry. They're so independent. Like
Because if you don't train a dog early, they're just gonna be like the worst dog ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people like you don't teach your dog to sit, and you feel bad later.
Yeah.
But like you don't have to do any of that with a cat.
No.
Yeah.
this
Nobody
cat's gonna
expects
do
you-
whatever it wants.
Nobody expects you to do anything
Regardless,
with a cat.
yes.
But it's everyone's like it's because they're so cool. No, it's because they're dumb.
They're
Because
cats.
they're dumber than
I,
dogs.
I've seen
I-
that cats are
I
not
don't know if they're
completely
dumber than
dumber.
dogs.
But they
dogs.
are. Like you can't.
I don't think they
like
are.
I don't
cats
think they are
don't have the
either.
capacity to learn a trick.
Yeah,
They
they
can.
do.
You
You can
can
teach
teach a-
cats to use the toilet.
Yeah.
You can't teach a dog to use the toilet.
I
Yeah,
have
you can.
taught.
They can.
I've taught
Oh,
cats
shit.
many
I didn't know
things.
that.
My cat's at home. One of them knows a trick where you be like, "Give me a kiss." He goes up there, gives you a kiss
Yeah, but like
every time.
But like here's cats. But like here's dogs.
I don't-
Dog, yes,
I
dogs,
guess- I
dogs
think I
can do
know-
Like a
way
Yeah.
dog can
I
learn
think
a
that
full on
depends on, like-
30-minute routine
Yeah.
of like things that can do.
There's
That
that would be-
depends
a cat
on the
would
breed
never be
too.
able to
Like,
do
is
that.
there not like a dumb smart cat? Like, there's like dumb dogs that
And
can't
smart
learn
dogs,
anything.
yeah.
I'm not saying they're like stones. I'm just saying like
No, I know, but I'm
they
saying
don't
like,
compete.
I don't
Is
think
there-
they care as much.
is there like a smartest breed of cat maybe though? That's
Yes.
Maybe. Probably.
Oriental short hairs are very intelligent.
are
and
those
they're
those
very-
ones with the long faces?
the
kind
Dobby
of.
Dobby cats?
I heckin'
I
love
love them.
those.
We
Those are so
are
cute.
obsessed with this account on Instagram that has them, and like
You're cheating on your
amazing.
cats?
Yes.
Looks the cat square.
we
in
made
their
a cat
face.
Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why
You
you've
ma-
not
she
told
ma-
us anything about it though?
Yeah,
Well,
I
because
know,
it's
I'm a
just
little
getting
upset.
started, and I kind of like have been following everyone that shows up on my Instagram, but you guys haven't showed up yet, so like
I want to follow this
I will
cat.
follow. Well, you
You
can
know-
look them up if you want at some
You
later
wanna
date.
you wanna plug them or you don't?
Well,
Do we do this
you
for
would
the
want to
clout?
plug them?
I don't know.
For
Okay,
the clout.
well,
We'll make a Instagram post.
The
and we'll
Instagram is
plug it
called
on.
Kooky Cats, but
Mhm.
like it's spelled Cookey. Because we
Okay.
were trying to think of the most.
Kooky cat.
The zaniest way to spell
When
it.
I think of kooky, I don't have a spelling in my head. Well, actually, the spelling that comes up is cookie, but I didn't want to do
Yeah,
that.
I think Kooky.
Really?
Because that's
Ooh,
like
that
the
does sound a
dumbest.
little-
You know what I mean? Like that's the kookiest.
Well, I kind of wanted the alliteration there. The C cats.
Kooky.
That's true.
So-
Kooky.
Kooky cat.
Kooky.
Because they're really kooky, and we call them that all the
Yeah.
time.
There's a thing in Steven Universe called Cookie Cats.
Uh huh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So
know
so now
about
when you
Cookie
said that, I
Cats.
started singing the song.
We
Right,
all
so-
watch
Cookie
Steven
Cats.
Universe.
I love Steven Universe.
them.
Let's talk about something else for a little bit. Where have they gone?
Okay.
That one's there.
That one's there. Tabby's up there. I don't know where
The
Sunny
other one's
is.
just
Probably
flipped off.
behind the curtain.
He loves sitting in the window, so.
He's in the windowsill.
Oh,
Probably.
he's asleep.
Is he napping?
That's all they do.
Love
Bean?
that.
They nap until 12:30.
They're either
and then
doing
run around.
hardcore drugs or like napping.
Yeah. Bean shoves her face in like whatever she can
Who's
find.
Bean?
The Dustin's puppy. Like she can't go to sleep until she's like shoved her face into something.
Mhm.
That's so cute.
She sleeps with her head between the couch cushions
I
and
love
like
that.
just her body sticking out, and it's hilarious.
It's cozy.
Yeah, I
It's all warm.
I like to shove in between couch
Me
cushions.
too. When I was
Yeah.
little,
Cram in
I
there.
used to like put my limbs into the.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something I did when I was little. I liked grapes, but I didn't like the skin on grapes.
Same.
So
Exactly
I would
same.
peel the skin off very elaborately. I was like 5.
This bitch is
I
wasting
had-
so much time peeling grapes.
I had time to peel the
You
grapes.
could have been reading,
And I
learning
would-
a trade, but you're in here with the. I'm imagining the tiniest peeler in
He's
this
got
guy.
like those eyeglasses from Toy Story.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Hyper zoomed
Those
in
guys
on
who
it.
like make boats and bottles. She's just like, there's one down,
So you peeled,
3,024 to
you peeled
go.
the skin off of
I would peel the
grapes?
skin off them, and like I was like 4 or 5 at most, because I remember this was when.
Was your
whatever.
mom worried? I would
Well,
be
she
concerned.
didn't know I did this because I would take the peels, and I was like, "What the freak do I do with these peels?" And I would,
Dude.
I would stuff them in the couch.
ants coming from? Why are there so many ants everywhere?
I also used to lick the powder off Cheez-Its and put them back in the box.
That's so rude.
You're the strangest child.
I was a
What did
child.
you look
I don't
like?
think that's too
I was like, I don't want this cracker. I just want the dust.
But
So
younger.
Did you look strange? Did you
Wait,
wear like
wait.
elaborate outfits?
no,
Here's the
do you
truth.
see my face? This is like my childhood face. My face has not aged because I look like a child.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me you've never like ate a chip, but you only wanted the dust, so you
Well,
just licked it?
I glued my baby teeth to the
I was
wall.
about to
Robert
say,
does
didn't
bad
you
things.
do that?
Yeah. You know, I would like taste bleach and like set myself on fire. You know,
Robert's childhood
I-
had no rules.
I
I had
did-
your cousin like beat you with a nail or
a
something.
hammer.
A hammer.
A nail. He had a nail and
He
he's
had
like, ting ting.
Like the head, not even the sharp bit. He's just hitting it. I'm like, Drake.
Well, what you said about the bleach, when I was younger, my brother was like 2 at most. I sprayed him with this bleach detergent spray. Like, I fucking sprayed him up.
How old
And
were
later,
you?
his eyes swelled.
That's horrible. That's so horrible.
I was about 4 because my brother's about 2
Okay,
years younger
see,
than
so
me.
like you didn't fucking know.
You
So
know, my
many
mom
brain
found
cells.
him and was like, "What did you do to him?" And we had to like take him to the hospital, obviously.
What the fuck? You were just peeling grapes and poisoning your brother's eyes.
Fuck away from me.
But that's like the stuff that
Stay off my
we
grape
did when
bottle.
we were little.
So
we
Zach,
were
did you have a
crazy.
normal childhood? Like me?
For the most part,
Yeah.
besides trying to hang myself with those little blind strings.
Yeah, I
did
remember
try
that
to do
story.
I don't
Um,
remember that story.
I was born with jaundice. I don't know
That's
if
just
any.
like,
We're little
that's
white
just like a
babies, that's
little
fine.
white baby.
Yeah, little white babies.
Were you preemie? You look like a preemie baby. You
I
were
was
preemie?
preemie. I was 5 pounds when I was born.
Oh
And
my
my hips
But you
were
look you look healthy.
My-
You look sickly, like you were.
Oh my
like God
gosh.
took you out the oven too quick. You know what I mean? Like he had to
I
go
don't.
to work.
I don't think I'm preemie.
He had
What's
to go
wrong
to
with
work,
your
so he like
hips?
pulled
Maybe
it out.
premium.
I
but-
was born with both of my hips dislocated, and I had a breached birth, which means I came out butt first. And
Yeah,
it was
that's why
like,
your hips were dislocated.
And so, like halfway out the birth canal,
Ass first,
they
that's
had
how
to
you make
like
an entrance.
cut me out or something.
Well, they immediately spanked you. Like they got that over
had
with
to.
quick. They were like, shit.
They
Now
had to.
ass out.
But there's like a picture of me
Face
and my
down.
hips were dislocated, so they were like folded up on my body.
And they have a picture of that.
Yeah, my grandpa said that I looked like a little frog, and that they had to take a picture of me.
That's
that's
insane.
hilarious, but I'd never want to see that.
I want to see that
No.
maybe a little bit.
I don't know where
That would
it
give me
is.
nightmares.
If you ever find it,
I will
let me
find it.
know.
I don't know where it is.
Post
I've
that on
seen it a
Kooky
couple
Cats.
times. I will.
With no explanation.
Cookie Cats, baby with
Yes,
her feet
um,
touching her head.
I'm on some shit today.
I'm gonna make that my profile
Yeah.
picture.
That's
next
it. That's the
meme.
yeah. That's
next
your
meme.
picture, and people are like, what the fuck is his profile picture?
Make it to where it's like zoomed in, so they don't exactly know what it is.
but in negative.
Oh my god.
She's got like this
Wasn't
fucked
it
up
you who
contortionist
said that
baby.
like she was scared of those Harlequin babies?
No, Robert is.
No,
Or
I'm
you're
scared of-
the
I've never
Harlequin
seen
babies?
No, I watch documentaries and
I'm a-
shit.
I'm
love
afraid
that-
of something
I
I've never
love learning
seen.
about Harlequin.
I love
people.
learning about anything.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
Robert told me one time that those like freaked him out, and I was like, "What do you mean?"
Wait, did you not know about him before I told?
No, I did because I watch documentaries and stuff on people with different conditions and different like. There's this British series. I don't remember
Yeah.
what it's called right now, but it's like basically like this is these people's lives, and
Yeah.
some of the documentaries will be like this person's gonna die while we're recording them, and it's like
I
some of
watched
it's messed
one
up.
recently about like diabulimia.
oh
So there's this documentary on YouTube about this thing called diabulimia, and I like watching things about like bulimia in particular, just because I don't know.
yeah.
Wait,
intrigues
you're
me.
horrified by puke though.
I am, and that's why I find it horrifying when these people like choose to throw up and like
yeah.
hide it places.
Yeah.
That's what really gets
What do you
me.
mean hide it?
Well,
Like,
I've watched a lot of documentaries on people who have bulimia. Some of them I don't want to say a lot of them just because I don't know.
Yeah.
But they would like obviously they want to hide it from people, so they like will throw up in like a trash bag and like
Oh.
hide it in their closet or like
oh,
jars or
man,
something.
Yeah.
And so I've seen a lot of documentaries about people who have like just like jars of throw up in their closet,
Wow.
which horrifies
Take out
me
the
to my
trash, you
absolute
fucking
core
idiot.
because you know my
Yeah.
vomit affliction, whatever.
Yeah. Phobia.
And so I was like, what is this diabulimia? Well, it's people who have type 1 diabetes and
Oh.
they
yeah.
they think that the insulin makes them fat, so they
Mhm.
don't take it, and it basically can like kill them and like lose
Yeah.
their limbs and stuff. But it's like
Yeah,
a
I've seen
mental
that.
illness.
Humans are so fucking dumb.
Yeah, they really
The human
are.
brain,
We're too complex.
like we were,
That's what it is.
we were just designed to fuck ourselves up. But yeah,
I
early-
just thought that was interesting.
yeah. Earlier, Zach
No.
Straighten
asked
out.
how I knocked myself out again.
Yes.
So this one time, I've blacked out twice, but the second time, yeah, I know Zach has stretchy elbow skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zach's got stretchy skin.
Fuck. Anyways.
I got my ears pierced when I was like 16, and I was changing out the earrings, and I started blacking out because it started bleeding, and like I can see other people's blood and other people's like guts and stuff, and it doesn't mess me up, but once it's my own blood and guts, I'm like, fuck. So like my mom's helping me change out my earrings because I started blacking out, and so to make a long story short, I'm like, have you guys ever blacked out?
No.
I've been knocked out, but I have not blacked out.
So
Gotten
I
close.
was like, you feel like you're gonna throw up, and all of your senses go away.
Mhm.
Every last thing leaves your body. You can't think, and you just feel like an idiot, but you don't know it. So like I'm sitting, I can't hear anything. I'm like, hey mom, I'm gonna go throw up, and she's just like, all right, do you? So I get up and I walk down the hall, and immediately like my senses, like I can't see. As soon as I stand up, can't see anymore. So I just start like going down the hall. I'm gonna just go throw up, like whatever. I don't care. I can't see. Like I need to throw up, and I go because I think I know where the bathroom is, and I run into a wall, and I go, ha, mom, I just ran into the wall, and I fall backwards, and I hit my head against the hallway, and I was there. Like, I don't have no sense of time, so it had to have been, like, 5 or 10 minutes. I'm laying on the floor, like, with my neck, like, up against the wall, and I'm
God.
sprawled out, and I was, like, thought I was dreaming, because I was looking at a Christmas tree, and it was, like, literally upside down and, like, spinning around, and I was like, this is a fucked up dream. And I was like, no, Lindsay, you woke up this morning. This is your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my mom was like, Lindsay, why do you have to be so dramatic?
Yeah.
And she like got me a cold rag, and she was like, you're going to school. And I went to school that
When
day.
was this?
It was like, I guess if I was 16, it was like 10th or 11th
Yeah.
grade. And she sent me to school. And the whole day I was off balance, and I kept on falling over. And I was just like, well, here I am.
Trying to
But at
get
least
back.
I have cute earrings in.
That story reminds
Overall
me
worth it.
because you don't like vomit.
Yeah.
And you don't like your own blood.
Yeah, it's weird.
I
I don't like my own blood if it's mixed in with pain.
I don't
Because I gotta do it.
think I've told this story on the podcast before, but they like had to remove like half my jaw
Oh wow.
because I had a tumor in my jaw.
Yeah.
So I cut
How
it
old
out
were
and
you?
then
I
they
forgot
threw a
about
little.
that.
I was in like, I don't know, 4th, 5th grade, like elementary school,
Gotcha.
I think. And it's kind of crooked actually. Like they didn't do a very good job, and also
Mm-hmm.
didn't heal very well. So there's just a big gap.
Get your fingers out of your mouth, Robert, and talk.
There's a big gap to like where there should be flesh, but there's none. But I woke up, and like this was still kind of loose. Like I could feel it was loose in my mouth.
Ugh.
And my stomach felt weird, and I was like, God, my stomach feels weird. And my dad's like, yeah, you might throw up, you know. And the doctor's like, yeah, you know, you might throw up a couple times, but don't worry, you're fine. And I was like, oh, can I have that thing to throw up in? And I just puke blood.
Blood.
Just
Yeah, probably because
so-
when they were operating, it
I
all
was just
went down
swallowing.
your throat.
He was
yeah.
like, you just swallowed blood constantly. So I was just like, Buh! And I just like held on to it the whole day. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was like,
That's disgusting.
I've got a
Oh,
little
that's
thing.
a
of-
2-in-1. I see what you mean.
Yeah. I was like, this
That's
is so
horrid.
fucking cool. I
See,
have
like, that doesn't
so
mess
much
me
of my
up.
own blood.
Because it's like literally, I could like peel off someone else's face. Like I could be a surgeon. Like I can see
We'll
other
see.
people's.
Well,
We'll see.
yeah, Lindsay says a lot of things.
Like the only thing I've ever seen that messed me up was I watched this man get his eye removed. Like I watched
Oh,
a surgery
jeez.
where they removed his eye and they put a fake one in, and
What do you mean a fake one? Like a
you know,
glass
like
eye?
a glass eye.
Okay.
But for some reason, they had to completely remove the eye and everything behind it, so it was just the hole. Is this messing you up?
Well, okay.
Oh no, I was just putting my finger.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
if it was
So
like
it was just like
fingernail removal.
so it's just like
Fuck
you
you.
know the hole of his eye, but like I don't know if he was conscious or if he was
Of
just
course
like
not.
well, because
For some
Well,
kinds of laser eye
because
surgery,
for
you
eye
have to
surgery,
Yeah.
close
you
your
have
eyes
to be
open.
you have to be
Yeah,
able to
that's
wait.
for a lot
That's
of-
for
I-
laser eye surgery.
I just wasn't
Well-
sure. Like I know he couldn't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I know for some eye surgeries you do have to be awake or whatever. But
Mhm.
like his eye was open and it was like it wasn't darting like REM.
Okay.
It was just like kind of looking and seeing. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't an unfocused eye.
Oh, that's
It
weird.
was, and so like had it. I don't know. I watched them remove the entire eye and everything behind it, and then they just like cleaned it up or whatever, and then put a fake eye in it. And I didn't sleep for like 2 days after that.
You couldn't watch that thing where the woman had all the maggots in her gums either.
I didn't see like that's nasty. That's like different.
Maggots mess me up, and also like hardcore gore stuff. Like, have you ever watched like execution videos or
No.
something?
No.
No.
You haven't?
That's like
Because
I thought-
I'm not a fucking
I
psycho.
thought you told me about
No,
those
I don't
things
watch-
on Reddit where it was like either something super pleasant or super
50-50.
horrible.
Oh, 50-50, but
I
I
think-
never
he
saw...
doesn't actively choose.
No,
Well-
you don't get to pick. It's
Yeah,
random.
that's
Yeah,
what I
but,
mean.
like-
But I never saw an execution or anything.
Oh, okay.
No. The worst I saw was a guy get crushed in a trash compactor, but you didn't see anything.
Okay.
It's just you see him like fall in.
Yeah,
and
like
then
they started it, and then he like tripped over the gate and like fell in, and he got crushed.
Fucking hell.
Because there's like no way to just...
well, like seeing
But
pictures.
you don't see anything.
Seeing like pictures of blood or like even pictures of gore, like hardcore gore, like someone's head smashed or something, doesn't bother me. But like a video of someone like I don't know getting their head cut off or like
I've never seen anything like that because
I saw one video that just really messed me up and it made me nauseous. And so like of course I was like, oh hell no, I'm not going back there ever again.
Yeah.
But it literally made me
I mean, like, 2
nauseous,
days
and that
later,
was
you're like,
weird for me because I was like, I never get messed up by things because I've like seen
Yeah.
a lot of things on the internet. But
I don't get messed up about like medical things. You know what I mean? Like I can watch like different surgeries all day long. I think it's so much fun. I'm really into like mortuary sciences right now.
yeah,
And I like watch people like, oh, this is how we autopsy a body. This is different stuff. This blah 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 whatever. But like once it crosses that line of like this is for the science and this is for your morbid curiosity, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like this is just so you can see something fucked up.
You mean like if it's violence?
It doesn't even have to have violence. Like once
Or if it's
it
just
like
an accident?
like if it's a dead body, like I'm reading this book right now, it's called Stiff and it's by Mary Roach, and she talks about like corpses in different stages of decay, and like I will look at the science of that all day. Like I'll watch people talk about it and do different things with it, but like the minute it's like this isn't science, this is just like me showing you something fucked up just so it can be
Because
something
it's
fucked
fucked
up,
up. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like if they're like, hey, this is like stage 5 decay. These people have usually been dead for 72 hours. But when it's just like dead, rotting corpse, maggots coming out of it, I zoom in on the maggots.
Yeah.
There's people throwing up in the background. No.
have you guys ever heard of Maggot Girl, the maggot story?
No.
Oh, wait,
There are
wait.
people who are sexually
Hold
attracted to maggots.
No.
Oh, I thought it was the story about the guy who uses mayonnaise as lube.
I don't want.
What the
This is
fuck?
completely different.
I want to hear that story though. What is
Okay.
that?
Well, like, there's
because
this...
it looks like a maggot.
No. Just listen. It's way worse.
Oh.
I hate it.
Sweet.
Goddamn.
Gross cast.
Gross cast.
Violence, I can't watch those videos.
Yeah.
Because my brain is so good at taking pictures. Like,
Yeah.
there's a video called Two Guys, One Hammer.
Just tell about the
You know
mayonnaise.
the
I'm
one
not gonna
man,
go
one
into
jar?
it.
That one replays in my head.
Yeah, my
but
sister
he's doing
showed
it
me
to
that.
himself. He's doing it to himself. Like, Two
I've
Guys,
watched
One
the Pain
Hammer is
Olympics.
two guys just beating a man to death with a hammer.
Oh my god.
And
I've
like
seen
I
stuff
have
like
one
that.
still in my that will never leave my brain. So
That's
I can't
messed up.
watch stuff like that because it makes me want to kill myself. I can't do it. But gross shit though. I love watching gross shit because I think gross shit is hilarious. But this story, I don't know if it's true. It's just one of those like copy pastas that you read like on various things.
Neat.
But like this couple were gonna have sex and they always use lube, but they didn't have anything. So they're like mayonnaise. Fuck it, it'll work. It's slippery, kind of greasy.
That's.
What?
So they use mayonnaise.
Why not? For the
like water or
reasons-
saliva.
it's just-
And it worked great. They're like,
Vegetable
wow,
oil.
this stuff actually works amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So like, let's use it more. So they
It's
just
the egg.
they kept using it. Well, like
The egg in the lard really does
just-
it.
2 weeks later, this girl's in class and like her vagina just itches like crazy.
Oh
You
god.
might have told me about
My
this.
God, I hate this.
It's just like, and she's like, it feels like it's moving. It's just
Stop.
I would.
So she goes to the bathroom, and she's like scoping it out, and like maggots fall out of her vagina.
I would have to like become a man or something. That would be too much for me to
So she
handle.
goes to the doctor, and she's like, "Why are there maggots in my vagina?" and they like
Why did she have to ask?
they
Because there are maggots in her vagina.
they start getting
Put
stuff out.
centipedes.
They start
in
getting
my
it out.
vagina.
Maggots, but they start scooping it all out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're like, "There's so much mayonnaise in here." They're in here eating the mayonnaise. Why do you have mayonnaise in your vagina? And she like explained it. Yeah.
How do the maggots get in there in the first
That's
place?
what I'm wondering.
Maggots will
your
get in.
sleep.
There
yeah.
are fly eggs on your whole body right now, all over your
Oh,
body.
that's nice to know.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
real
that.
cool.
That's why I bathe in bleach.
Oh, I love that. Well, the maggot thing that I was talking about is this thing that's like, I don't know. I saw like some post.
How did we get here?
I saw some post that was
Hate
like the
this.
most fucked up things on the internet, and it was like this maggot girl who has a blog like website, and so like I don't know if it's real or not because it's just this girl writing multiple blog posts, but she like one day she says that she's driving or walking down some trail, but it's like in the woods, and she smells this rotting smell, like
Yeah.
rotting flesh, and so she was like attracted to it because that's like her thing. So she was like, I need to go find this carcass or whatever. So she finds it's like a deer,
Just
and
stuffs
it's like,
it right up her cunt.
and it's like in a state of like rottingness,
Decay.
and so she sits there and like has sexual relations with
I
this
was right.
dead thing and like maggots. But she also wrote this other blog post where she was like,
I'm
she
so
was
unhappy right
like.
now.
She was like, oh, I was getting so curious about this maggot thing because, like, I really want to do it. So she gets, like, a raw steak, puts it in multiple bags, and throws it in a dumpster and leaves it there for, like, a long
However-
time.
Yeah.
She takes it out, stuffs the whole rotting meat maggot-covered thing in her vagina, goes home, and she was like, I just wanted to, like, lay on my bed and feel them, like, in me, you know?
Oh my goodness.
And so she explains this whole like 2-day like binge thing that she goes on where she's just locked in her room with the windows closed and like she's just like doing this thing with these maggots or something. I don't know what the hell
That's
she was doing.
fucked up.
But
Just
she
busting
says
fat nuts,
she like
dude.
the second day she was like in such immense pain and like her stomach was just like engorged and like it just like smelled so bad that her mom started to say something. I don't know why the hell she was doing this in her parents' house, but her mom was like, honey, what the hell is going on in there? And like finally they found her like passed out and like had to take her to the hospital with all this like rotting meat in her vagina.
Do you guys know the
Can
Jolly
you-
Rancher story?
Yes, I was just about to tell that. But you can
Do you know it? Do you know it?
I don't know. I hate this.
You've probably heard
It's
it.
not true.
I was thinking that.
And I'll explain why. But you don't know?
I don't. I mean, Jolly Ranchers go in someone's hoo-ha.
Well, just...
Well,
well,
So, like,
I wish.
this one's kind of long, so I'm
Oh,
just gonna
no.
like, say the...
What's worse than that?
So, basically, long distance relationship. They go to 2 different colleges. The guy goes and visits his girlfriend at her dorm for a while. He doesn't know this, but she's been cheating on him, and she has gonorrhea. He goes down on
The
her,
Gons.
and he's like, "Fuck it, this is awful. Like it's
Yeah.
disgusting. It tastes horrible. It smells horrible." So he gets a Jolly Rancher, he puts it in his mouth, and he's like going down on her, but it comes out of his mouth, and he's like, "Oh, it just went inside." So he like fishes it out and like puts it back in his mouth, and he bites it, and it just bursts with like blood and pus. And it turns out it was like a nodule of gonorrhea that was inside of her.
Okay.
But here's why it's not
Why
true.
is that worse? How is that worse than...
that just makes me so uncomfortable thinking about biting on like a
Here's why it's
fleshy
not true.
pussy, like
Pussy.
Yes.
nodule.
Stop.
Of,
I hate
Gonorrhea.
all of this.
Those aren't real.
Gonorrhea?
that's what the first time I read that I was like,
Like
is a
the little-
gonorrhea nodule thing even real?
There's not little
I thought-
nodules of like pus and blood that come
Yeah.
out. Like that's
Yeah.
not real. So
You
that's
know
why it's not
how
true.
they used to
It's
get
still
rid
gross,
of
though.
gonorrhea in males? When gonorrhea first became a problem.
How?
So, like, when guys have gonorrhea, it's, like, all in your penis. And, like, it messes up, like, everything from your bladder to, like, your balls.
Mm-hmm.
And you just, like, pee out. I'm really bad at saying this word. Pus.
Yeah.
Every
Pus.
time I say it, I mess up. So I try not to say it because
Pus.
I...
Just take
That's what I
just
say.
take a half second. and
Yeah,
prepare
but every damn time. Anyway, so, like... I think it was like the Vietnam War or something. They didn't know what the fuck to do.
yourself. Oh, they were fucking all those Vietnamese hookers.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying it's the Vietnam War. I'm saying it's something like that. Some scenario where it's like there's no
My
damn
grandpa
time.
told me about this.
There's no damn time to take you to a hospital. Nah. So I'm just gonna get that sucker. You're peeing. Put it between 2 rocks and just pah. and
Oh, yeah.
shoots out of there. Oh, like it's not gonna fix anything, but
It
that's
just
what
it
they
gets
did.
like all the pus and shit out. My grandpa told me about this.
Yeah,
shit.
just for like momentarily. So that's what they had
He
to
knew
do.
a guy who would like fuck a hooker every day while they were there, or unless they were like on a mission or something.
Yeah,
And yeah, but like you can do it with your
God
hands. That's why it's
damn.
called the clap.
yeah.
'Cause you just
I did not know that.
and all the like
Yeah.
pus and like
Shoots out of
That's
there.
horrendous.
Do you
blood
remember
shoots
in
out.
like elementary and middle school they'd be like, go Google blue waffle.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, okay. And then
it's
he's
some
like,
shitty photoshopped image.
no, it's like,
But that's not like.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Yeah.
Nasty.
Well, I hope you're enjoying this pussy, pus, dick
This is a
talk,
very
Nasty.
nasty cast.
nasty cast.
Yeah.
Nasty cast.
Love that.
Nasty cast.
I have a problem with a certain video, hair cake.
Oh,
Don't.
hair
Really?
cake.
Stop. Don't. I want to.
I have so much of a problem. I'm not gonna talk about hair cake.
Robert showed me hair cake like 3 times, and I'm like, Robert, stop showing me hair cake.
We were at
And
Dustin,
he's like,
we were at Dustin's house
Show you
playing
hair cake.
playing Xbox, and then we got on YouTube because we were like sick of playing zombies or some shit. And I was like, bro, have you seen hair cake? He's like, you showed me hair cake 2 years ago at your house, and I was like,
I hate that.
fuck. So I have a problem with hair cake. I still watch hair cake every now and then. I'll
Robert
just watch
wants
it.
to stop
For the fun of
showing
it.
me hair
I have
cake.
seen it, I
It's
think, 3
so
times.
fucking funny. It's so funny. They're just eating cake batter and hair, and then they just
Just
puke it all back up.
the thought of having a hair-like texture in my mouth.
I
That
just
much
like
of it.
when they cut into it and
sounds
like you can
horrid.
see all the hair in it. Like,
It's like
that
spreading an
image
ass.
is burned in my.
Like spreading an old
Mine.
Italian
Like,
man's
I don't
ass.
really have a problem with that. I just don't think puke humor is like funny.
I don't think puke humor is
And,
funny
like-
at
I also
all.
agree.
Like most of their humor isn't that they're eating the cake, but they like purposely make themselves throw up,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
just don't think it's funny.
They throw up on each other too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I would literally explode if someone tried to throw up on me. Like if it happened on accident. You
If
know,
it's
that's
your
fucking,
best friend in the world.
If you did it on
No.
purpose, you wouldn't be my best friend in the world. You'd be gone from my life like
Wow, dude, really?
that. Robert, you know, one time Robert told me that if I bought Gucci slides, he wouldn't be my friend anymore. But apparently, he can throw up on me.
Because fucking.
If someone threw up on
What
me,
the
It's
fuck?
not equivocal to
Yes,
any
it
degree.
is. What the
You-
fuck?
Well, no.
Have
He's
you
right.
seen
It's
those-
not equivalent, and that's the problem.
Have you seen those shoes from those new Balenciaga shoes?
No,
The fucking McDonald's.
They look
McDonald's
like
things?
McDonald's French fry.
no.
holders.
I haven't
and the
seen
crazy
it.
thing
I'll
is
show you them
people,
later.
People
They're
are
like
gonna buy them.
$560.
No, they're 850 quid,
Yeah.
Wait, so like they
which
just
is probably
do
like
they,
$1,200.
Do they just
Yeah.
have French fried cups like on the toe? Like
Basically,
what?
No,
No, it just
it
looks
looks
like
like a McDonald's French fry.
If you go to McDonald's and order a large fry,
Yeah.
That's
and
what
you
it looks
put
like.
that, you take the fry.
How's that-
I don't need the fries. Throw 'em in the
850
trash.
quid.
How's that like branded? Like, does McDonald's get a slice of that?
No,
Does it have,
Lin-
does
no,
it have
Lindsay.
a
a
No,
McDonald's
no.
logo.
Oh, then why do you want it? If it doesn't have the McDonald's logo
It's
on it,
Balenciaga.
fuck that.
Because it's Balenciaga.
I hate that. If it had the McDonald's, the M, that golden M, those arches, I'd be like, fuck it,
I
up
saw
Balenciaga.
I saw a red hat that just says Balenciaga on it. 350 quid.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
The fashion industry is insane.
It's
They
stupid.
will
It's
pay
stupid.
any money. for
Fashion
anything.
is so fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
There's
I
like
like
handbags
it.
that like they make like 4 a year. I don't know what they're called. They
oh,
make like
I know,
4 a
Birkin
year.
bags.
Yeah, and they're like $150,000
so
each.
fucking
If not
stupid.
more.
If
For
not
what?
more.
What are they?
It's just a handbag.
It's
you
a
know, like
useless
purses.
piece
Like
of
purses.
fucking.
But it's like
No,
it's
like-
like a collector's item. It's like
Like,
people
those
collect
things could,
expensive
like
handbags.
triple, quadruple in value.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's literally the only good thing about it. Everything else is just fucking.
So it's like
And
an
they
investment.
probably don't even use it.
I love it.
No, you
I
don't
love it
use
so
a Birkin
much.
Why do you
bag.
love it?
Why would you make
I
a
love
bag?
it because, like,
To
can you
use it.
imagine how great it would
Like
be?
you love how dumb it is.
I imagine how great it would be to say, "Hey guys, I made this handcrafted bag. Like, do you want this?" And so many people are like, "Hell yeah!" That you
I'll
can
pay you $200,000 for that bag.
being
Yeah.
that person.
Yes.
Fuck it
The
up.
only
You
reason
go.
it costs that much is because they only make 4.
Exactly.
People.
It's
I
a hot
love
commodity.
that. I love
You-
that
that's so
so
fun. If
much.
you're
And
good
so
at it.
there's like a select few people in like the whole world who have like
I mean,
this
I don't
season's
agree. I
Birkin
think it's
bag or
stupid,
something.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
But-
It's
I love
just
it.
fucking
For the
great.
person who made the bag,
Well, yeah, they're laughing, but
I love
fuck
it.
them.
Good for
But
them.
it's like a collector's item. It's like people
Good for
collect
them.
old cars.
Well,
or
Red and I
like-
were talking about this on the phone last night.
oh, y'all call each other?
Yeah, yeah, we do actually,
Oh,
because he loves me.
that's good.
Yeah,
What a sweet guy.
and plus the zine.
We'll get to that in a second because you
Um,
still didn't tell me about the zine.
So he was like, "Should people have to pay for their ignorance?" And when he was in school, he would be like, I'm taking money to end women's suffrage. Would you like to donate money to end women's suffrage? And he got like $50
Oh my
off
fucking
of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because no one knew what it was.
Because no one knows what
Oh
the
my
fuck it means.
fucking God.
Because people are idiots. Like people who buy Gucci flip flops
Women's
and people who buy those
suffrage?
fucking bags.
Did you just say women's suffrage?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and people are probably like, oh, these poor women,
yeah,
they shouldn't suffer.
yeah. Why are you like
Here's
a
a dollar.
why are you like
I
a
don't
slave
buy that.
voice? This poor woman, she don't have to suffer,
poor
master.
lady.
But yeah, and he's like, we should like talk about that in the zine. We don't know specifically what we want to do, but that's kind of the same thing. Like
So you guys are making a magazine?
paying all that money for.
What's
A
the
fucking-
zine? What's the zine? Magazine? Are y'all doing handcrafted magazines?
Pretty much.
Love that.
So but it's like, so Lindsay has somehow locked herself in a bathroom with an unlocked door.
I kept it unlocked and then I thought I locked it and then I didn't.
So
I
a zine,
locked
zines originated in the punk scene. You basically made a zine about whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
But generally they're like about bands and music and
Yeah.
shit. But I mean, you'd have like a page with an interview, and the next page could be like how to sew or like fucking how to
Whatever the heck.
illegally
It's like
download
a
music
little
or like
fanboy club.
literally whatever you want.
Do you want to join my mailing list?
And so he had the idea to start one. But when he told me, I was like, fuck yeah, you have to do this. I want to see you do this. This would be so badass.
John Hunter Gray.
So he texted
Hi,
me
John.
and he was like, do you want to go 50-50 on this with me? Because he's like, I'm not good with words. I really couldn't write articles or anything. And it's like, plus, it'd be cool to have someone to do this with. So I was like, hell yeah. And he even made me like sign my name on a piece of paper, saying that I'm like, I'm now half. So, and we haven't made anything yet. We just got a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
We interviewed Skylar, and then we interviewed Narb, which is the
You
punk
could do
band
the
from
first
Birmingham.
edition on All or Nothing.
No,
No.
we've already like set out the first couple editions, but they are gonna be in like we're gonna use
Yeah.
that interview eventually. But yeah, it's cool as hell, and I'm so stoked.
Thank you for using
That's
our
awesome.
trash.
You're welcome.
I'm glad it gets the attention it needs.
Did you
let's all have
know-
a piece of trash.
Did you know that Barnes & Noble sells nudie magazines?
Yes.
Really? I mean, it's literature.
Yeah.
You're right, it's literature and people will pay for it.
When I worked at Barnes & Noble, you know, they kept them like behind the counter.
Yeah.
Like the bad ones, they'd keep them behind the counter. I had this man come in.
Would you have
and-
to like ask for 'em?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to ask for them.
And there's also like weed magazines behind the counter.
There's
Does yours
weed
have that?
magazines. Ours are just like on the main shelves. We have a
Ours
lot of
aren't.
them.
We had like some, I think, that were, but like there was like grow your own, you know, whatever. And like those people would have to ask for them, but no one really did. But anyway, this man came up to buy like, you know, Naked Woman on a Motorcycle magazine. And he apologized. He was, because like I don't really care, like fucking whatever,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
whatever.
His
He was
money,
like, hey,
his
can I
choice.
have whatever? And I was like, yeah, man, here you go. And I put it in a bag for him. And he was like, I'm so sorry. And then he walked away, and I was like,
It's cool.
yeah.
However, here's the only issue with this. Why are you fucking paying for it?
It's
Go online and
It's-
see
it's-
naked girls
it's-
on motorcycles.
Well, I don't think it's.
there's something gross about it, like in magazine form for some reason. Like
I don't think it's
Gross.
like
Well, it's
porn.
so,
Like, whenever I-
it's so antiquated and it's not really porn. She's
like
right.
whenever,
Yeah, like,
whenever
it's
I
not
saw
porn.
it, it's just like this just seems
Like-
like the most superficial version.
Like,
of
I'm
this
sure there's
thing.
some people who do look at it
Yeah.
to like masturbate, but I think it's.
That's not a thing anymore.
I don't think people look at it to masturbate.
My
Like,
dad.
I don't know. Like, I have this old porn book from like the 50s, and it's so cool. And it's like I collect it, not because I look at it and I'm
Can't
like,
collect one thing.
well, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I hold it and I keep it, not to like masturbate to it, because I can see titties for free on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it is
Exactly.
like.
Just a
I'm not
novelty.
saying
It's
I'm not
just cool.
saying
Yeah.
paper porn now is art, but back then they put some effort into showing off
Yeah,
those
they did.
titties, dude. It blows my mind because now it's just like women getting rammed 8 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they were.
And it's
I
gotten
feel like
so
dicks are
deep.
getting bigger every year. Is that just me?
At least the standard for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like if it's not some like
The
alien
more pain
appendage.
the
Getting
woman
pretty
is
big.
in, the
Yeah.
better the
Yeah.
porn is gonna
The close-
sell, man.
Yeah.
It freaks me the
the
hell
close
out.
is the closer to their heart, the better. You know what
Oh,
I
I
mean?
It freaks me.
Yeah.
There's like literally
One
people
day.
like crying in every porn.
We
Yeah.
might be alive when it passes the heart.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
A live one.
It's peeking back out.
She's like,
They've learned how to travel
That
through
would
the whole
be-
digestive
That'd
system.
be, that'd be fucked up because you'd have to like pierce the thoracic cavity.
Yeah.
And then pierce it again back into the esophagus and come out.
and you know how many views that shit would get?
Oh my.
The only
Just out of
requirement
curiosity.
to be a male porn star is that your penis has to be able to pierce the
Thoracic
whatever
cavity,
You
yeah.
just
Oh,
said.
I thought you were gonna talk about like how they make you do that test where you have to have like maintain a boner.
Yeah.
For like ever.
For
like a week.
What's
straight.
it called? Like the 888 test?
I don't remember. I don't know how long.
Because I heard a thing
But
about
like,
that.
there's like rules. Like, if your dick's gonna be in porn, like it's got to be looking like this. It's got to be like this.
Yeah.
But you have to like be able to casually hold a boner.
For hours.
Yeah. Because they shoot those films for like all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just have to
Insane.
like not come.
Yeah.
Like, can you
Or if they
imagine
do,
being
just
so
Go
desensitized?
again.
Go
Like,
again.
Go again.
Imagine
going.
like going home to your girlfriend and she's like, "Oh hey," and it's like you have been trained not to come unless it's been 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta fuck. I mean, I'm sure like they have some sort of way to deal with it at home or whatever.
sure.
But like,
Electricity.
God
Or I'm
damn.
sure maybe like when they're filming, they're just like, this is my job. So like they're not thinking about, oh,
Yeah,
this
it's
feels
Yeah.
a different mindset.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like
Um,
insane. Imagine just being perpetually like having to have sex, man. I would
Yeah.
hate that. I hate
You're
when
getting
other
paid.
people. Yeah.
Also,
they,
if
they
you
don't
do
get
it-
paid
good
that.
money.
No.
Oh, really?
Unless you're like a
Well,
big
not
porn
now.
star.
Unless you're a name, unless you're a name.
Yeah,
If
like-
you're a name, then you're
'cause
getting
everything's
fucking paid
free now.
low.
How
Like-
much do you think Mia Khalifa has made in the past, like...
I heard a Mia
year?
Khalifa
Wow.
diss track. These people made a diss track against Mia Khalifa, and it's actually not bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's
kinda
funny.
But anyways, she probably gets an insane amount.
She's
of money.
probably like one of the number one.
Well,
Like, but
she's
even
retired.
then,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she's a very
She
big
retired.
name.
Yeah.
She
even
has
then,
so much money.
they don't make anywhere near as much money as you would think because, like, as soon as they release that movie, you have to pay for it. Somebody's screenshotting it. Somebody's just downloading.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
they
I mean?
still make absurd money.
Yeah, I'm
like,
just saying,
what's his
like,
name?
More than what we can imagine.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, it used to be an industry, but it's like
Yeah.
really not now.
There's some guy who like makes a fuck ton of money, but that thing you were talking about, like when he first started, they had like a 888 rule where like you have to live 8 miles, like either away from the valley, like in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Your dick has to be 8 inches long or longer, and you have to be able to maintain an erection for 8 hours.
Wow.
That's insane.
And like if
I
you
feel like
can't
that-
pass those tests,
That's
then
a
you're,
whole shift.
then you're fired.
How do you,
9
like,
to 5
train
grind.
yourself to keep blood flow to your penis?
I don't know.
Like, is it like
Maybe just
That's
some
like some
people
monk
can more
shit.
naturally, like, they just, like, it just stays there.
it's like you
some
have to
Buddhist
stay
monk shit.
turned on, but not too turned on.
Yeah.
Just turned on enough.
Mhm.
Craziness.
Porn's weird.
Or you can
I
just
watched,
take Viagra.
no, I watched
don't
an
know.
interview with James Franco. I don't know if you know
I
who
love
that
James
is.
Franco.
Yeah, he's like a
What
really...
the fuck? How do you not know who James?
You know,
No,
I
the
heard this song by
porn
this
star.
guy,
The
Frank
porn
Sinatra.
star.
Have you ever heard of him?
Oh yeah, yeah.
the porn
okay,
star,
yeah.
not like James Franco.
Oh,
Yeah.
Duh. Okay, well, he did an interview where he was like, in between shoots, like in between takes, I have to like keep jacking my
Wiener.
wiener off because that's how he keeps it hard.
Freak,
Is
dude.
like
Hard pause.
he has to do that, and that's just like awkward talking to someone, just being like, "Ooh, I gotta keep this thing
Yeah.
going."
Imagine like it's such like a casual thing. Like here, you
Yeah.
accidentally see someone's bra strap and 3 men will nut.
Yeah.
Like in the porn industry.
Maybe in Saudi Arabia, not fucking Alabama.
In school you would be like walking around, bra strap slips
Like
out,
in
and 3
school.
Or they
teachers
see your like
are like, bitch, what the
your like
fuck?
nipple or something, and they're like,
Go the fuck home.
These examples are
Like-
absurd, by the way.
Women's standards are very different. Like
that's
literally, like
You
like,
said in school. How many
Well,
classes
like,
were you in
in
where
my-
a
no,
nipple
like,
just came out?
in
You
my
were like,
"Do
work-
you know how horny high school guys are? They will
No,
do
like,
anything
not like
for
your
the
nipple
nut."
comes out, but like if you're not wearing a bra, and
Oh,
then, even if you
okay,
are wearing a bra and
okay.
your nipple shoots
All right,
through,
okay,
like
my bad.
That's what-
anyway.
It
Yeah.
pokes through.
Imagine
Yeah.
just
Shoots
being
through as
able to
well.
be casually like your butthole gaping, and you're just like, hey, does this angle look good for the inside of my butthole? And they're just like, hey, spread your legs a little bit more. Your butthole's gaping too much for your vagina to really show
Yeah.
up.
You know what's gross?
Gaping.
Pink socks.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Oh no.
It's when
It
the
comes out.
intestine starts to come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's rosebudding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Except,
fucking
like-
gross.
Except
very-
like
I'm
pink
very-
sock is like when it comes out.
Yeah, like when people
Like
do it
rose budding is
intentionally.
just like a little bit.
Oh yeah, no,
Pink
I've seen it
stocking
where
is
it's like a huge like tube.
Tube,
coming
but-
There's
out.
a chick who like that's her shtick.
Yeah.
She's gonna be fucked. Like,
those people, they
Already is,
can
probably.
lose
Yeah.
control of their muscles down there, and they like just have like
Shit.
this hole, just like
yeah.
your butthole's not.
I mean, that can happen if you give birth too, though. You
I
can just
mean-
have a big hole down there.
Yeah,
now.
but like these porn stars, like if you give birth, unless something dumb fucked up happens in modern times, like you're gonna recover, you're gonna rebound.
yeah.
It's not a big deal. These people will shit. Like they're not rebounding.
Their shit just falls
What?
out.
I don't
Do you
know.
remember that? He shit himself. He had no nerves.
Who is that?
He went to like.
that a famous
up to,
person, or-
No. He went to school this up to like 6th grade.
You need to be careful with these last names you're shooting out there.
Oh shit.
Because you said
He fucking ate some leaves and puked.
I know.
That can
I'm
say
just
his
saying
name.
you need.
Oh, I remember that. But yeah, he didn't have any nerves in his ass, so he would just shit himself. And so he was going down the slide and he shit himself and he.
Oh, I've heard that story
shit went
a
all
lot.
down the slide.
That sucks.
That's another part you should probably edit out.
Yeah.
Stuff like shit doesn't gross me out, but vomit
It
don't even
would.
get me started.
You're backwards. There's something in your brain that's the wrong way.
Like if someone shit on me, I'd be like, oh, that sucks. But like,
If
I
someone
can
shit on you,
if someone accidentally shit on me, I wouldn't freak out. I would just be like, oh, that really sucks. Obviously.
so you're on the train, going to class.
The only situation in
Someone
which
beside you just shits on your knee. Oh, this
I wouldn't be
sucks.
like,
this is harshing on my jam.
but I
today,
wouldn't be
man.
like super grossed out to the point where I would be like retching or like freaking
But if someone
out.
What?
puked-
I wouldn't.
I'd be like, oh,
There's like a
fuck.
synapse in your brain that's like going backwards or something.
If
No.
I don't, yeah, I think it's
Shit
I
is
don't
like
think you
so
should-
much worse than
I
vomit.
think you should. They're both pretty horrible.
Yeah.
But like the only situation in which someone can accidentally shit on me, unless they're a baby, like an infant, is
Yeah.
if like I decide to do anal one day with someone
Yeah.
else. Like,
Yeah.
cause like if I was doing
But, like,
anal,
you're pegging
it's
it.
my own poop, whatever. Like that's nasty.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
that's my own fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if someone else's shit were to get on me, the only excusable situation is anal.
Yeah.
Is like I'm doing them anally somehow.
It's also just
Pegging.
like, what situation would you be in where someone would accidentally shit on
Yeah.
you?
Like accidentally throw up. That kind of happens.
That
Like,
happens. That's
sometimes
a
you
real
throw
life
up-
scenario.
Yeah. Someone could accidentally
Throw up is just not that bad to me.
it nasty.
Mm.
All that acid.
When I was little, me and my cousin Sierra were like at my grandma's house, like playing PlayStation, and she puked all over me, and I was just like, whatever.
I hate that.
Nasty.
And my parents walked in, and I was just covered in puke, and she was covered in puke, and they were like, "What happened?" I was like,
What
"She-
happened?"
She just puked all over me. It's cool.
My catties. Aw.
My kids suck kids. Oh.
How long have we been recording?
I don't know. Hour and 3 minutes. We'll have to
Alright.
cut out. A
We'll need to keep
lot.
going because we're gonna have to cut
Yeah.
a lot of that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we're having a hard time or anything.
No,
There's a
I'm
lot
having
of
good
last
time.
names.
super easy.
Yeah. Last names. Fucking.
I'm thinking about
Other shit.
starting like a censor.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be
Just
easier
being
for
like-
you.
Just like
Maybe not that.
me screaming.
Maybe something less harsh on
Or maybe
the
like
ears.
geese. Like a flock
Oh,
of
yeah.
geese honking.
Or just like.
No, not that. Stop. None of this is making it. None of this is making it.
The ones.
I might
where-
save it for the stupid one. The
The-
stupid one we're gonna
have
do.
you guys seen the videos where it's like they cut out the music and it's just him going? That was like it cracked me the hell
Oh
up.
yeah, yeah.
I
Like
like that.
an animal will be sitting there and it opens its mouth slightly.
Yeah.
I remember. You know what? I know what my favorite meme is right now.
What?
What's your favorite?
Recent
meme?
meme,
Okay.
not like all time.
Okay.
Sans.
What is that?
Okay.
I don't know that one.
I feel like I know it, but I don't know it.
I cracked myself up at work yesterday. Okay,
You don't know that one?
I came up with this like
Vaguely.
hyper scenario in my head the other day. Imagine you're at a concert. It's like you're seeing your favorite band, and someone has a sign. They're holding it the whole time. Please let me play one of your songs up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. The best one is when it's just the first note and nothing else.
Did it?
That's the best one. It's just like, and then it's over.
Because it's enough to
It
get you started.
killed. So Undertale,
Oh yeah, I know.
really
what you're talking
cringy,
The
awful
little-
game.
The
Yeah, yeah,
bony
yeah.
blue-eyed guy.
Yeah, he's a skeleton. He's like a chubby skeleton.
I know exactly what you're
He's
talking
got one
about.
blue
Oh,
eye,
Undertale.
and it's that song. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and it will just be like, and I love when the video's like a minute and 30. And it's like, when does the meme come? Like there's one that was a
I
Ocarina
love
of Time
that.
cutscene,
Yeah.
and Sheik was like, "I'll teach you the Song of Shadows" or some shit, and it's like a minute and 30. I'm like, wait, what? What is it gonna be? I thought it was gonna be like some ear rape or something.
Yeah.
She holds it like Karina did it, and then it just ends, and I bursted so hard. It's so
When
funny.
I
You
saw
nut.
that,
I nutted. I nutted out my mouth with laughter.
I knew that was gonna be a Sans meme when I saw it.
Me,
I
well,
love the
I was like,
ones-
it's either gonna be that or it's gonna be
Sometimes
spooky, scary skeletons because it's October.
I haven't seen any of those yet.
Me,
I
well, I've seen a
haven't
lot of
seen, like,
skeletons.
I haven't seen a lot of like scary boy memes.
Yeah, is it dying out?
No,
I don't
I've seen
know.
so many already.
I've
so
not
many
seen
what?
that many.
Like
scary
skeleton
boy
memes.
Spooky boy,
I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, drink your
The-
calcium.
I haven't.
the Bone Wars.
You guys are the Skeleton Wars. Yeah,
Skeleton
I,
Wars.
I haven't
I
seen
don't
the
know anything
Skeleton
about
Wars
it,
at
but-
all this year. But I like the ones that convince you it's not going to be a meme. Like you're watching it and it's just like, this is how I cook a cake. And it's just like the zoom in of someone cooking a cake and then
Yeah.
last minute it just throws it in there and you're like, what?
Yeah, yeah, I
Love
love it.
that. Surprise me, beach.
Mhm.
Or the one that kills me every damn time is that bird that like mimics human noise and then it does the Seinfeld boop, 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 boop.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
it kills me. I will cry every single time and I know it's going to happen.
There's a hilarious video of a parrot that like hates his cage. This dude like made a bunch of videos with his parrot, and then one day
I
he's
love
like,
them.
"We're getting rid of this cage," and he throws the cage on the floor and he starts like stomping it, and the parrot's like, "Motherfucker, piece of shit, fuck
I
you!"
love birds so
As
much.
he's stomping on it, he's like, "Yeah, fuck you!"
I love it so
and
much.
it's so good.
There's
That's
this
amazing.
new one, and it's this parrot with its babies, and it says like, "Hello, babies."
Good
And
morning.
then,
Oh my
yeah, and it's like, "Gotta feed the babies" or something like that. It's so
That's
cute.
adorable.
I
I don't think I
them.
could have a bird as a pet, but I appreciate them.
No,
For sure.
it's cruel.
They live forever.
It's so cruel.
Well, if you don't have it just sitting in a cage.
Yeah, like those
What if you had
people-
like an outside bird?
Or those people that like give their
That's
whole
really hard
house
to have an
rain.
outside bird.
Like they have like their whole house set up for a bird.
That's
I love
still
that.
cool.
I love it so much.
Unless your house is actually fucking huge.
What if it's a bird that has injured wings and can't fly?
Well, most of the
You
birds,
just
I
gonna let it
think
walk
that they,
outside?
Euthanize it.
I think most of the birds that they sell you,
Disagree.
like at pet stores, I think their wings are like clipped.
Well, they can grow back out. You
Well,
have
that's
to.
really
You have to
fucked.
continuously
That's extra
clip
fucked.
their wings.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just
Yeah.
knew that birds that you buy can't really fly that well.
Yeah. Like,
Euthanasia. What do you think about that?
Like in animals?
No, just period.
I think assisted suicide should be legal within correct circumstance.
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about like fucking
Can we?
euthanasia.
Why are we
What
talking
are
about
you talking
pets?
about?
We're like, oh my god, birds, and then Robert's like, have you tried killing yourself?
No. I'm like,
How should we kill other people?
yeah,
Why are we talking about that?
Like the death penalty?
no, like, how do I put this? Like,
Robert just wants to kill people for fun. Like,
What
if
do
you
you
were
mean
gonna kill
euthanasia? Oh yeah, I
no,
yeah, I
it's almost
agree.
like no, it's almost like quadriplegic, and they like hate their life.
No.
No.
Okay, well that's assisted suicide.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Are you talking about just come up behind you're euthanized, bitch?
Let's
I felt like I
If you
needed
like
to put you
see
down.
someone
Like-
that
like
you
you-
think
like
has
you
a
got a
bad
syringe of
quality
boat
of
cleaner?
life.
So you're talking about murder?
Euthanasia.
Are
So
you
are you
talking
talking
about
about like if
murder?
a baby is born and they're like obviously are gonna have a fucked up life?
I
Let's just
saw-
kill them.
I don't think you.
I saw an ad where like there's a prenatal test that'll tell you if like someone has like your baby's gonna have Down syndrome now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they can tell. And it was like percentage of babies aborted after they were positive for Down syndrome. And Iceland has a current 100% abortion rate. For
No,
Down
that's
syndrome.
not true.
That is true.
That is not
Because
true.
I looked it up.
No.
America is at 74.
Who
And
said has 100?
Iceland.
Oh, I thought you said.
thought you said
Okay, my bad. I thought
everywhere.
you said it. Yeah, I was
America
like, no.
America has like 74%.
I even think that's hard to believe because America is like so anti-abortion.
But like, wouldn't you do it? Like
That's
you
a
kn-
hard question.
You
I don't-
know your kid's gonna have Down
I
syndrome.
don't think Down syndrome is like life-ending suffering. Like you can.
People can still.
Yeah, I know, but the majority of people are doing it so far now
If
that it's like
I-
a thing you can do.
If I like didn't want the baby in the first place and I wanted to have Down syndrome, I would just be like, okay, that doesn't change my opinion.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have
obviously.
even had the test done
But,
to
like,
see if it had Down
If
syndrome.
I was like, hell yeah, I want a baby, and they do this test and they're like, it has Down syndrome, I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna abort it.
like, I think, and plus, isn't Down syndrome like inherited, like
It's
chromosomal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if you're gonna have a baby with Down syndrome, and then you're like, okay, whatever, maybe the next one won't. The next one probably will.
It won't probably. If,
Well, I'm
if
just
there's
saying-
not like a 80% chance. First off,
Well,
it's a defect. You're not just gonna have a defect over and over.
Well, that's
and
why-
Well, there's
that's why I
some
said-
genetic
There
things
are
like
some
Harlequin
that-
babies all like
Yeah,
you have a 1 out
But
of
we're
4
talking
chance.
about Down syndrome.
I don't think
Well, I
Down-
know.
Like
So-
I know there is
You don't just pump
severe-
out like 4 Down syndrome babies.
You can.
You
If
can.
if it's strong in your
You
genetics.
can, but it's not like,
But like
everyone does it.
I'm not saying everyone does it. I'm saying that it's more likely that the next one could also have it. And then you're just like, are you just going to keep on getting abortions? Like, at what rate are you like,
Yeah.
no, you should just like
Why
love
not?
it. You should
Adopt.
just, because it fucks up your insides. You won't have kids anymore.
Well, yeah.
Too many abortions.
Well, at that point,
and-
just don't.
yeah, I mean, like, if you
Get
can't,
pregnant.
listen, if you can't love a baby with Down syndrome or autism, then how are you going to treat a child that has just like some other thing you don't want to deal with? Oh, my
Yeah.
kid's too sassy. Like,
Well,
It's got ADHD.
that's what people are like,
like
with,
that's fucked up.
with
Like,
CRISPR and all that shit. You know what CRISPR is?
No, I don't think so.
They're like working on ways to like manipulate genes.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Nope, don't do that, beach.
So like they're saying
I don't
in
like
100 years
that.
time we'll get to a point where
God,
you just
I hate
customize your baby.
I hate that.
That would be fucking sick.
No, because
No,
something's
yes,
gonna
it
go
would.
wrong.
There can be like some wrong things going on there.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
not trying to breed like a.
But
super-
every baby fucking 7 feet tall, naturally jacked.
But then what about like survival of the fittest? Like
But
that
that's
all comes down to money. At
that's
that point.
total dominance.
Like, that's
though.
and that's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, that would just be like rich top
It would be
white
pay to
people.
win. You
It
could
would be
actually
pay to win.
life.
it would
Yeah.
totally,
And I don't agree with that.
and
Yeah.
then we would destroy ourselves.
Just anytime
More
science
than we
gets to that
already are.
level, that's like that crazy.
Right.
I just think it's the coolest shit in the world.
No.
Like,
Very complex science is very
They're like this close to bringing a mammoth back.
Really?
That's insanely
Yeah,
amazing.
that's
That is-
badass.
That's so pivotal.
Like when they first found, they're like, "Oh, this is cool. We found like a dead mammoth. That's almost totally intact. That's insane."
How about we take
don't
this
think it's
very
right.
minuscule amount
What do you mean you
of
don't
DNA?
think it's right?
I don't think it's right. Like if we can't fucking.
What could go wrong?
Well, if you would listen to me instead of just keep on arguing, like we can't maintain the animals we have now. Like we have animals that are alive on this earth right now that's set to go extinct in 5 years. Why
Yeah.
are we bringing more here when we can't take care of the
'Cause you
ones we
can.
have?
Well, what happens when they go extinct and we just bring them back?
Exactly.
don't-
But it's like
You don't
we
understand
should
the
be
application of
focusing.
the
We
science.
should. No, I'm saying we should be focusing
Yes.
on what we do have. We shouldn't say, "Oh, we should wait for the world to be in ruin and then revive it." We
Yeah.
should work on reviving it now.
But it's not either or.
But I'm just saying, like,
It's not either or.
I-
It's not
I
like
understand
we
the
can either
science
bring
is
the mammoth
cool.
back or shoot every panda in the face.
I understand
That's
that.
not
But
what's
are
happening.
they actively working to bring back, like, make a whole genetic population of pandas?
So would it help if the team of scientists working on this mammoth just dropped it and became like animal conservationists?
I'm not saying
no,
having
it
the
wouldn't
science
help.
is
so
wrong.
why shut that down?
I'm not saying the science is wrong. I'm just saying like we should like if
Priorities
you
should
can
lay-
if you like have the science to bring it back. Cool, neat. But we don't need to continue populating the earth. You know what I mean? If you just want to make like one mammoth and be like, all right, we did it. Awesome. One mammoth, that's it. Now we just need to like.
I don't think they were planning on like starting Jurassic Park with all mammoths.
I just feel like that's what science is gonna do. I've seen Jurassic Park too many damn times. I'm like,
Yeah, but that's a film.
I don't care.
That's that
Think
But
of
I
that
just
with
think, like-
doesn't
mammoths
happen. We don't have an intact
Sorry,
you're fine.
velociraptor to
just,
extract.
like-
that we know of yet.
Just like work on the things. I
that
just
would be fucking sick.
Imagine finding like a frozen body of a dinosaur.
Actual
Did you see that
raptors?
video of the new Mars rover
No.
and how fucking huge it is?
Nuh-uh.
huge.
Like I
like a
always
tank?
like everyone always thought that the Mars rover was like a little remote car.
Oh no
Oh.
way.
I always thought that.
I always
Just
thought it was
It's,
like
I mean, it's not.
yeah, I mean like that.
It's
like,
decent size.
I thought no,
Gotta
it's
be
like a
sturdy.
fucking tank.
really.
The new one is.
The new one is at least, yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that thing of how the Mars rover
It
sings
looks-
happy birthday to itself.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
What's really
Oh, wow,
fucked up
fucking-
now?
Yeah, because it's on Mars,
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah.
You
but
ain't-
if,
well,
if they
the
make
new-
like a fucking tank.
No, the new one looks like so futuristic. You
That-
should look it up. It looks really futuristic and huge.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Dude,
I
I
love
saw a
stuff.
space.
surfboard you can surf on without a wave.
Oh, I've seen that. And you like just like bob your body and it makes you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
You press like this.
Kinda like
And
a
it
rabbit.
has like a tail
Reverse
that
surfing.
goes under and out, so
Yeah.
that way it pulls the water up
It's
when
so
you like lean
cool.
back.
It's really cool.
I've always wanted to try surfing, but I could tell you that
I
it would
surfed
not,
one
it would not
time.
It's
go
probably
well.
gonna be like skating, but way harder.
Yeah.
I was able to surf. I didn't like pro surf by any means. I'm not trying to say I like did cool
Yeah,
stuff.
you were
but, like,
you didn't tunnel.
yeah.
Like,
That video of the guy surfing like an
But, like,
80-foot wave.
That was Lindsay
Oh.
actually.
that was, yeah, when she was like 12.
In 8th grade.
2 claps this time. That's insane. I imagine being the guy who's literally surfing an 80-foot wave.
And if you
That's
wipe
just-
out on that
crazy.
shit,
That's
You're gonna
insane.
die.
it's
out.
you might as
It's
well
over
fall
with.
down concrete.
Might as well.
It's scary. Have you guys ever seen those like edited pictures of people surfing and then there's like a shark?
I love it.
That's like my fear.
Oh yeah.
Like not like really the shark, but like man, the ocean. Heck,
Ocean is pretty freaky.
scares the heck
I hate
out of
those
me.
videos where like the inside of a wave, like that terrifies me.
Oh,
Oh,
because
really?
Because
like
it's scary.
it's like you're in the wave. and
yeah.
Have you never like not been sucked up like that? You've never like hit a wave?
No, I
too
have.
hard?
But like you know those videos of like huge
Oh,
waves.
yeah.
And they're like the inside of the wave where it like shows like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
water. That just scares me because like there's like so much water in the ocean.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of water.
dude. I read
There's
a
at
thing.
least like 10 gallons of.
At least easy.
I read a thing where like if you could use water, it'd be better than any nuke. Like you could drop.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember how much weight, but if you dropped
Oh, because
like
it.
a certain amount, like
Yeah.
it's like 100,000 tons or something, you'd make a tsunami so big it would go from the east coast to the west coast.
It,
I believe it.
I saw this thing. I don't know if it's real or not. It sounds like it could be, but on like a rainy day and like you can't see the sky because there's so many clouds. If all that water was just to fall instantly, everything would be decimated.
Crushed,
It
yeah.
would be flattened instantly.
Because water is like one of the heaviest non-toxic liquids.
And it's just floating above
Yeah.
us.
I like that specification a lot. Heaviest, non-toxic.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just the longer. If you could have made that like 3 more things longer, like bluest, clearest, most
yeah.
light
Inflammable.
reflective.
Drinkable liquid that we know.
That we know.
Natural.
Organic.
Non-GMO, fat-free, gluten-free.
Balanced pH.
I was
Depending.
drinking some water the other day and it said balanced pH. Does it mean balanced to neutral or balanced? Like, what
you
is
can
there?
get it really neutral or like really basic. Because I know there's one that's like 9.1 pH level.
Is that not
And
bad
I-
for you?
Apparently, they sell it to us.
Yeah.
It
that
balances
has-
your fucking chakra.
But that has like no indication of whether it's good for us or not. They could be giving us poison and we'd be
Because I
like,
saw it
Bad
was
water.
balanced.
bitch.
And it didn't give me any more information that, because I know, like, water is, like, pretty generally neutral,
Yeah.
like, on its own. And I was like,
It is.
okay, they probably balanced it just to be, like, damn
More
neutral.
to charge you like an extra $1.
Well, it's actually, like, the cheapest water I could get.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, like, you know, like that 50-cent bottle of water you get at your gas station.
There's one that's called, I don't know what it's called, but it's like black and red.
Oh,
and
yeah, black. It's
huge.
called black.
No. The label on it's black and red. I don't know what it's called. That's why I'm saying that.
Does
And
it
it's
like
like-
a weird collage on
It's
the
like
side
a
of it?
no,
No,
that's
that's
life
life
water. But it's like that. I don't know what it's called, but it claims that it has like a pH balance of like 9.1. And
What
it
is-
tastes, when I tell you it tastes like nothing, it tastes like absolutely
Oh, I
nothing.
love water like that.
And
That
so
sounds
that's why
cool.
it like stuck in my mind because I was like, what the hell? It's like I'm drinking just cold nothing.
I love that. The closest to tasteless water can be.
Yeah.
Love it.
I
That
like-
water is tasteless.
I like
I
really
love tasteless
mineral-y
water. I don't.
I
it.
love when it's like
It's-
drinking metal.
Oh, I like that
No,
too.
I
love
don't.
I like it.
Dasani, literally.
I hate Dasani.
Drinking iron.
No.
Oh, so
I hate Dasani.
I don't like Dasani, but that's not because of its metal.
I used to suck on pennies, and mom would be like, "Stop sucking
That
on pennies."
cat just
Oh.
scared the hell out of me, dude. It was like going to the toilet, and I saw its tail, but I just saw it in the peripheral, and it looked like the arm of a man getting out. And I was
my
like,
God.
like my heart stopped. I was like it scared the hell
Lindsay would be
out
the
of
cowardly
me.
lion, for
It
sure.
scared me. But yeah, I love me some tasteless
Robert, I think that
water.
would scare you too if you were to look over and see a fucking man coming out.
A
of the
man's
toilet.
arm, yeah, but it wasn't. It was a
It
cat's
wasn't.
tail.
Yeah, I
But
know.
what
It's
if
just
it
in my
was?
peripheral.
If it was, what beat is it?
You would beat his ass.
Toilet man? What if it was just an arm?
He pays rent.
It's Derek. He fell in there. He fell in that toilet and he's just crawling his way out. It's like, guys, I'm so sorry, but
He goes through the water.
he's got like the toilet seat around his head. But it's so big.
Whoops, wrong room.
Ladies.
So that's it. We're doing good.
Should I tell my combo story now? Now that we're here.
Now that the 10 minutes has passed.
Okay, everyone shut up. Everyone shut up.
Combos.
Combos.
Who liked combos as a kid?
I love
I
them.
think
I
my
did.
favorite one was probably just the cheese.
No.
No, I'm sorry, no, the
pizza.
peanut butter.
The
peanut
pepperoni
butter.
pizza.
Peanut butter.
Easily.
What?
They're
Peanut
all
butter.
nasty.
They made
What?
peanut butter combos.
Those are the best ones.
They're
I'm sorry.
nasty.
And I claim them.
Oh wait, shoot. Were peanut butter combos?
It had like a little.
I don't know
Was
what
it-
more you could extrapolate
No.
from that
No,
name.
no. I
peanut butter.
I was thinking of those little
Combos.
those tiny pretzels.
I think I might be thinking of that.
Those were so damn good. That's not the same
They
thing.
were
they
peanut butter
did not
combos.
make peanut
But
butter
it's,
combos.
that's not what we're
I'm
talking
doubting
about.
myself.
Okay.
No, Zach is talking about these pretzel things that used to be stuffed
They look like
with
little
peanut butter.
pillows.
But they weren't pretzels.
I love
I
those
mean, they
things.
weren't combos.
There were
Yeah.
combos. But
there
I
were
also
peanut
butter
kind of
combos.
feel like there might also be peanut butter combos.
No. I would
Alongside those
know.
pretzel things, which I do love.
Comment in the sections
Resident
below
combo
if
expert
there
here.
is if there is peanut butter combos. Let us know. Hit us up in those comments. Tell us about your peanut
Okay.
butter combo
Let's hit
experience.
3 comments. Guys, can we hit 3 comments on
we
this video?
can get 3 comments and 2 thumbs
I will
up.
give birth on CNN.
I feel like she's really judging us right now.
She's listening.
Looking at you, Joaz.
Anyway, my favorite ones were the pepperoni pizza ones, and I loved them as a kid.
They were good as
I
fuck.
did enjoy
But
them, yeah.
I was scared to be like, Mom, I want some combos, because I thought that it was the same word as condoms. Like, in the sense that, like, I didn't know the word condoms, but I knew that the word for that thing was close to combos.
And like you weren't supposed to say it.
Oh,
and
you
I just didn't want to. I was like,
like
scared
when you say organism.
yeah.
Yes.
And Brett says orgasm.
Yeah.
In front
And
of
so
everyone.
I was like, Mom, can I have some, like, combos? Like, I didn't want to say condoms to my mom.
She's like,
That's what I thought it was.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Mom, can I have some combos?
Hey, yo, Mom. Let me get some of those combos, girl.
I wanna
But,
sneeze
yeah.
into the microphone.
And so every time I see combos, I think of
Condoms.
when I was scared to
Condoms.
say the word combos.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I thought condoms was the short version of the word condiment.
Condiment or
Can I get some-
condominium?
Condoms on my hot dog, please.
Really?
Some condoms?
That
Yeah,
literally
you want some
happened.
combo?
That's
Really?
understandable
Yeah.
though. at
I asked my dad, I
least.
was like, what condoms do you want for your hot dog? I'm not even fucking
Version.
with you.
Your dad was probably what the
My
fuck?
dad was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was also like so young, like
Really?
4 or 5.
I don't think I knew the word condom when I was 4 or 5.
I remember once we were at the grocery store, and me and my cousin, it was me and my cousin and my aunt, and we saw the condoms, and we were like, what are these? Because we were young and we were curious, and we were like, hey, auntie, what are these?
Slimy balloons.
What?
And
are
she was like, well, those are things that guys put on their penis to stop them from getting the woman pregnant. We were like, cool. And you know what I imagined in my mind? Because I didn't know what a penis or a condom looked
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I was like, I just imagined, because you know how they come in those little square
Yeah.
thingies? Well, it said like wallet sized, or
Yeah.
like you can put it in your wallet.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, well then it must be like just like a little patch that they put over it. That's what I thought. That's what I envisioned in my mind.
No, that is so real because, like, I don't know if you can remember what you used to think sex was. So, like, I remember being, I guess, in, like, I don't know when I learned how to do it. But
Yeah.
I was in, like, elementary school, and I knew what a penis looked like, I knew what a vagina looked like, and I thought you did it like a hot dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how, like, I thought you would just, like, ploop it down in the middle. Like, I didn't even, like,
Ploop.
like, I didn't even fucking know about my vagina. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't doing all that shit. I was like, I didn't have a reason to know. I peed and that's all I needed to know. So I was just like, I guess you just ploop it down.
Yeah. Well, like I knew the basic structure of a penis, obviously.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a condom was, but I was exposed to sex like very early on in my life, because like when I was like 5.
What you mean?
No,
Not-
listen. When I was like 5, I was like rummaging through my parents' like.
Rummaging.
I just like to rummage through things. So I was
Yeah.
rummaging through like some like little cabinet they had in their closet, and I found this
Classic.
VCR porn
Oh
thing,
my God.
and it had like girls' butts on the outside. So I was like, oh hell yeah, I want to figure out what this is. So
You see girls' butts, you're like, oh, hell yeah.
so I was like,
Let me get
I'm
in
gonna
there.
go upstairs, plug this into the TV, and see what's going on in
Yeah.
here.
yeah, like you
And
gotta.
it was like, you know, VCRs, like they start wherever they were stopped.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was like the very last scene in the thing.
Yeah.
And it was a guy and a girl having sex, and he had a condom on. I remember thinking, why is that bag over this guy's thing? I didn't even know what was going on. But
Yeah.
I remember thinking that it was like a
The first time you
plastic
see it, you're
gloves.
like, what?
you know, like those plastic
Yeah.
gloves. And I was so confused why he had that on there. I was so confused. And then the credits start rolling.
Yeah.
Behind the credits, a video is playing, like a
No.
porn video, and it's like this row of like 6 girls getting their ass ate from behind by other girls, and so like my 5-year-old mind was like,
What is happening?
Yeah.
what? They're eating.
Yeah, you
Her
probably
butt.
probably didn't think.
Someone-
eating.
You probably like licking it.
Yeah.
And I was like, not
Kissing
eating.
their
I was
butt.
like, why is her tongue on that girl's butthole? That's where
Yeah.
you poop from, you know.
Yeah.
And so I always will have that imagery in my mind. I was like 5 years old.
I remember the first time I watched porn, and I was probably much older. I was more sheltered. I wasn't wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter sheltered, but I was pretty sheltered. Like I couldn't play Grand Theft Auto. I couldn't watch the only adult cartoon we watched was The Simpsons.
I wish you
And
would have said
that
The
used
Big Bang Theory.
Oh no, this was like a long time ago. That wasn't a thing until
I know, but that would have been so fucking funny.
no, like was just like The Simpsons. So it was like
we couldn't
my
watch
sister.
fucking Little House on the Prairie. It was weird.
My sister like called me upstairs and she was like, "Hey, it's like 2:00 in the morning. You know what that means?" Like that's not what she said. It's Kirsten,
You know
by
what
the
that
way.
means.
And I was like, "What's the deal?" And she's like, "Watch this." And she just like, she
Watch
clicks
this.
like what is that like
Epic
previous
Gamer
channel?
Yeah.
button
Oh,
that
yeah.
promotes you
Oh,
stuff?
she was sly. She was like,
Yeah, and then
Nickelodeon.
it
That's
was
the
just
trick.
it was like you guys remember like fake porn that used to be on TV
Yes.
at,
like on Showtime.
I
or
would
whatever.
Yeah.
actively seek that out in
Yeah.
my younger
When
think
I got
did that
my
before, too.
beginning sprouting as a
Yeah.
young woman.
She showed me that, and that I think that was the first time I ever saw like porn or anything like sex. Like I knew what it was. I had seen like little
Just
dicks
coming
drawn
off.
everywhere. I'd
Yeah.
seen dicks. I'd seen like stuff, but like I had never
Need some
seen.
pliers?
I had never seen porn, and she's like, "Look at this," and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And she's like, "You ever seen porn before?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I was in like 6th or 7th grade. I think I was in like 6th.
Yeah, Kirsten.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And then she was just like, "Yeah, this comes on at night," or whatever. And we just like sat there and watched it together.
That's fucking strange.
We just like watched it. And I guess we were both just like, because, like we were both kind of sheltered. So she
What
was
do we
probably
do
in the
now?
same boat as me. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And because like it wasn't real porn, so there wasn't like direct penis to the
Mm-hmm.
vagina, but it's just like, like a guy humping a chick or
Yeah.
whatever, like ass and titties.
No.
And I was just like, all right. And then every time after that, like my friends would come over. I'd be like, "Yo, look at this. What the fuck?"
Let's stay up till 2 a.m. and watch like
We would like write
Softcore
down the
porn.
channel. Like we would go up there in the afternoon. and
Pam,
then
if
we
you're
would,
listening.
we would. She knows. I mean, Kirsten put porn viruses on our computer
Oh my
when
goodness.
we were young. Like
Oh
she
my
was like
God.
probably in like middle school or high school, but like she was just like curious, and like we weren't gonna learn any other way. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, go up to your room and be like, "Hey, what is sex?"
Yeah.
Like, no, we weren't gonna do that.
Yeah.
So like apparently she would like watch porn, and I don't know if this is confirmed or not. It's just like who else would have done this other
Yeah.
than Kirsten?
Yeah.
She would like, I don't know, like watch porn or something on the computer, and then we would get those like pop-up ads. And some of the pop-up ads would like immediately go straight into a video, like the little advertisement, and be like, "No!" Like you turn on the computer and play your My Little Pony game,
Yeah.
and it's just like big titties flashing at you, and it's just like, "No!" And you're just like, shit.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was wild.
2 of my cousins tried to show me porn like that, and I was just like, What are you doing? I was like, actually, what the fuck are you doing? The first time my cousin Dakota was like, "Let's go squirrel hunting." And so we went squirrel hunting all day, but it was really just me following him with a BB gun in my
Yeah.
backyard, and he killed one squirrel, like barely. He had to shoot it like 4 times in the back
Because
of
it's
the
a
head.
BB gun.
God,
Yeah.
that's brutal.
Yeah. He shot it once, it fell, and he's like, "Pow, pow, pow." And so,
Jeez.
okay, well then he's like, "I'm gonna go home. Come home. Come to my house an hour from now." And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And this story is very similar to the next story, but I was like, sure. I go up there and he's
I
like,
remember these.
"I found this movie," and I was like, "Cool. Like, you want to watch it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he puts it in its porn, and I knew what it was. I already seen it.
Yeah.
Like
You
I
seen
lo-
that one?
No, but I like knew all that shit from super young age because of just my friends, like Zeb and all them.
I remember the first drawn penis I ever saw, and it was like the first exposure to penis I ever had, and I was like, shit.
But he was like showing this to me, and I'm like, "Wow, what are you doing?" He's like, "Have you seen this?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, "Why are you trying to show me this?" He's like, "I don't know, it's so be cool." And I'm like, "Fucking."
How old were you?
I'm- 4th or 5th grade.
Oh, got you.
4 or 5.
You were just like so
I thought
over
he was
that at
gonna
that
say-
point. You're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm not. If this is what you plan to do for the remainder of the day, I'm just gonna leave." And so I left. And then years later, I was in like 8th or 9th grade, and my cousin Drake calls my house, and he's like, we used to play guitar together like every day.
Yeah.
He's like, come up to my house in like an hour, and we'll play some guitar. And I was like, cool, awesome. I go up there, and no one's in the house. And he's normally just in his room. So I go in his room, and he's jerking off under a blanket,
Oh my God.
watching night vision porn.
Oh my god.
It's night vision, and you
my
can't
God.
see fucking anything. You can't see anything.
He
'Cause
planned for you to be there.
Not only was it night vision porn, it was like the angle. It was the worst angle. It was like the dude's ass, thighs, and then just like the smallest amount of like chick shoulder possible. And I was like, "What? What are you doing? You told me to be here in an hour." And he's like, "Get out! Get out!" And I was like,
What? I don't.
"Yeah, I'm not gonna stick around." And then I didn't talk to him for like 2 weeks.
What I don't
Tell me about that.
understand is like,
Maybe he thought,
I feel like
"Just a quick
when-
night. I'll finish before he gets here."
It's been like an hour and 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're like masturbating or something, your senses are always alert. Like if you're like in your
Yeah.
house
The
and there's other
slightest
people
noise.
who live there, you're
No,
just
we're
like
done.
No.
you're just
no
like
more business here.
Yeah.
aware. So like, how did he not hear you like come in and like
I don't know if guys
Rustle
are
around.
hyper aware.
maybe not
Sometimes you just gotta
Really
beat your meat
aware.
real quick.
real quick.
Real quick.
Hopefully that's what he was planning. Like I can just bust
Yeah.
it. real
Yeah,
quick.
that's what I was.
Maybe.
That's what I
Might have
said.
been
I was like,
But
maybe
the
he
night
thought,
vision just wasn't doing it for him, and he should have been
Why was
watching
it-
something else.
Why was it
obviously.
night vision?
You
I
watch what you
can't
have
think-
access to.
I've never seen
I
that.
can't think of a less erotic format, honestly. Maybe infrared. That'd be kind of cool though.
That would be kinda-
You know, like the heat
I'm gonna look
vision
that
or
up
whatever,
real
where it
fast.
shows like the hottest parts, you know, and
Yeah,
it'll be like,
yeah, that's
Is
infrared.
that
That'd be
infrared? That'd be
interesting.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's just like pussy on fire.
What is that,
beach.
like
What do you
inverse
guys-
colors or something?
That's negative.
Negative, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to think of.
Porn, cool or just kind of whatever. Like kind of.
I
What
mean,
do you
in the
mean
end,
by
just
cool?
whatever.
I'm not like, hell yeah, porn. But
yeah,
like,
dude, porn.
I don't know, it's just like a
At this
neutral
point in my life, it's
feeling.
just kind of lame.
Yeah, at this point, it's like,
It's just kind of lame.
seen it all.
It's not,
Seen a lot of. And
and it's just getting like grosser and
it's delving so
not
deep.
violent, but like more
It is
aggressive.
getting more aggressive. It's like definitely more on the
It's like,
abusive
dude with 14-inch
side.
cock just fucking
It's
killing
like
someone with his
Chokes
dick.
her in making her cry because
Yeah.
reasons.
And
And
it's
it
just
doesn't
like-
even look.
yeah,
enjoyable.
That's really cool.
It's
Yeah.
like it looks like a caricature.
Gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Like, I love watching this guy abuse this woman
Yeah.
for an hour straight.
And she's
That's
got, like,
cool.
What are they called? What are those things
Pigtail-
called? Yeah.
pigtails.
And she's wearing like a fucking rainbow
Oh,
shirt.
I
and
hate
she
the
it's
has-
ones that like endorse, like, oh, preteen
or,
gets
or
her.
they or they like allude
Oh,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I hate
And I'm
the
just like-
incest ones where it's like daughter gives dad blowjob
Yeah.
in the morning and she's
I
wearing
hate
like
that.
pigtails and it's like why
Oh, yeah.
Why?
why
yeah.
who
A lot of
I
people.
hate that that's
apparently,
I know.
apparently, a lot of people.
oh I hate
Like-
that
That's fucked up, dude.
If you watch that shit, leave a
Jump
comment.
Don't.
leave a comment
Link
please
your favorite video.
No, don't.
And then unsubscribe.
it used to be like a pastime of me to find like the weirdest porn not like
I
for
saw
a
something messed
pleasurable
up the other
thing
day.
but
it
just
wasn't
like
messed up. It was just like something I didn't even know was real. Like, so I was just on Tumblr, regular Tumblr.
yeah. Tumblr is where I've seen like the craziest shit
I wasn't even looking at anything weird. I was just
Yeah.
scrolling through whatever. And like, I find this girl's blog where she talks about she likes being inflated.
Yeah.
oh,
And
fuck.
like, so I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I kept going, and I was just like, let me go back to that. So I go back because I'm just like, what? And she talks about like how she likes to get like pressure, you know, like air
Yeah.
things, and like put it in her vagina or in her mouth or in her butt, and like let it go and like blow her up. And I was like, okay, so that's just like a fantasy she has. Like, you don't have enough suction. I don't know, like enough. You can hold in
It's
the
not
air like
airtight.
that.
yeah
No, apparently you fucking can do that. Because then I'm scrolling and I'm like, okay, so it's just like this fantasy. I'm about to leave the whole blog because it's like, okay, I've realized
I'm
this
too
is,
deep.
I'm like, yeah, I'm no. And then there's a video, or like, no, it wasn't a video. It's like a picture thing, and it was like how I started before I started my session today, and it was like after an hour and a half, after this, after that, and
Was it
like
a
literally.
noticeable-
It's scary. No, they like balloon. Like, you know that scene in Harry Potter where he like gives that girl the Dobby's
Yeah.
like fuck off, and then she like, it's not like literally that, but it's very close. Like pregnancy sized bellies. Like,
that has to be dangerous
there's no way it's not dangerous.
there's no way it's not
But like, I
hurting
just
them.
can't imagine. Like, I guess you'd have to just use like a. You'd have to be
If
very.
it's pressured enough,
You have to.
You'd either have to be like super tight, Because, like, that air could, like,
if
I feel
it's
like
pushing hard enough, it's gonna go in.
you'd have to be so, like, relaxed and stuff. But she was talking about how she'll get some, and then she'll, like, put a tube, like, down her throat. And then she'll have one in her hoo-ha, and then, you know, just, like, she'll let it go from
How
both
do you
ways.
figure that out?
I don't know,
They
man.
have
But,
too
like,
much time.
They have
That's
too
what
much
it
time.
is.
I was, like,
Get a goddamn
I didn't
job.
even know that. Because, like, every once in a while I'll see something, and I'm like, didn't know that was a thing. I had never put the thought in my head. Like, you see
I
anal,
am in
and
the
you're
same
like,
spot.
makes sense. People would do that. You see blowjobs, and you're like, not that
No.
weirded out by it. Makes sense. And then you just see something just like
Girl
women,
inflating herself.
and she
Putting
talks
right
about
in
like
the
how good she orgasms from being blown up,
I
and
don't
I'm like,
get it.
what? Like, I didn't even know a human could
No
do that.
other human will satisfy her at this point. Unless
She
you're
has to be
unless you're an air
inflated.
pump. Unless
Yeah,
you're an
unless
air
your dick
mattress
is a
pump.
helium tank.
It's just so crazy. Like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, there's some like crazy stuff people do to get like pleased sexually. Like honestly,
I'm so glad I'm a simple gal with simple needs, man.
honestly, it's like crazy.
Like, I would hate to have to, like, have 12-step process to getting off.
Yeah.
You gotta set up like a Rube Goldberg, just a nut. Like that's the final step. You just and it like makes some toast.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
It makes some toast. I
Yeah.
know. You can make this whole thing where it makes you a meal after, it tucks you into bed. and all-
Exactly.
yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Well, then I'm behind that. I support it.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna have to
We don't
edit
have
this
any more
together.
We're feeling good to wrap up?
You know that, right?
That's fine.
We're gonna have to like both listen through this and edit it together.
You feeling good to wrap up? It's probably been an hour 30 at least.
Hour 42 is my guess.
Hour 37:35.
Damn.
So, yeah, that
Yeah.
should be more than enough.
Awesome.
Cool.
So, exit. All right, everybody. So this has been a whole mess of a podcast. Thank you if you made it anywhere near this far.
If you made it this far,
For the love of God, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank
And
you
you know,
so
since you
much.
made it this far, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Always subscribe if you're not already. Follow us on Instagram at YAW_podcast.
yeah. Can we hit 2 comments?
Can we please? You know what, guys? If we can get 2 likes, 3 comments, I will shit.
I will literally shit.
Robert Ori said he will give birth.
Yeah, I will give
He
birth.
has said that confirmed.
Yeah,
So this
that
has
will
been
happen.
Zach and Annie. Thank
It's
you
been
guys
a
for
pleasure.
coming in,
It's
letting
been
us,
fun.
or thank you for
It
letting
has
us
been.
come in.
I'm sure we'll be back.
Thank you for your
And
stories.
tune in for next episode of Friendscast. Bye.
Bye.